Hello there! Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Megan, your friendly controller, and a heck of a cultural historian if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with this time catamaran. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Meiji era, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live painter with you. And not just any painter. Take a look at this guy. It's a tsundere, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. I tagged him myself with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our painter should be about here, in the Meiji era, and that's where you're going today. Oh, hey, Dr. Steph. We were just talking about disclaimers and not illegal time travel activity. So remember that the Dub Talk podcast may contain language and situation that is not suitable for younger listeners, and that listeners' discretion is advised. Spoilers for all of Meiji Tokyo Renka and any other anime can occur. Please watch Meiji Tokyo Renka before watching and come back. And finally, all the opinions expressed are that of the individual hosts and do not reflect Dub Talk as a whole. We're in! Now here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the painter. Then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with us with one additional passenger, extra small. And don't worry about that cop. You'll be in and out of there before he gets a sword on you. Trust me, what could go wrong? Hello, one and all, and welcome to Dub Talk, a show where a group of friends get set back in time to find our one true love and maybe better ourselves along the way. Now, it's been a long time coming, but it's time to throw back to your favorite type of night during the week. That's right, it's Ladies' Night!
This is Ladies' Night. Get your box wine out. This is Ladies' Night. Oh, what a night. What a night.
Get your box wine out. Take your pants and bra off. Let's get ready to rumble. And let's get ready to talk about some boys.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
If you couldn't guess, my name is Megan, and I have along with me tonight Stephanie.
Hello.
And Gigi.
What up, friends?
So we've collectively locked all of our boyfriends in a cage with $1 and a copy of Tigtone to see how long they can last while we talk about the hottest fuck.
You were doing
We
so
talk about
well.
the hottest fucks. Yeah!
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Tonight we are going to talk about the 2019 anime that a lot of you straight men overlooked and all you ladies loved. Let's talk about some Meiji Tokyo Renka!
Woo! Ow, ow!
Man, we have actually been trying to do this episode for a solid year, and we finally got to sit down to do it. Thanks, COVID-19.
I was gonna say thank you, virus.
Thanks, quarantine and self-isolation. Thanks,
I'm
Kat.
all
You have
by
to cut out-
myself. Texas has a quarantine. Might as well watch all the Otome anime.
Watch all the Otome, please. You actually have to cut out the teen line because we will get demonetized.
We will get demonetized so
Just-
fast.
Just beep it out. Put that horn, that air horn, that
Air horn.
Just air horn random words out in the middle of this, like penis, and see what happens.
Shit.
Or be like the last episode of JoJo's when it aired on Toonami and they had to take out like the word rock hard. They left the part rock hard, but they bleeped out the word cock.
Yes.
For those of you who live under a rock or in the Meiji era, let's give a quick summary of Meiji Tokyo Renka from the back of the Blu-ray release only, because there is no DVD in this release.
You're welcome, by the way.
For Meiji Tokyo Renka. Also, you're welcome, by the way, for all the girls coming back together. Don't worry, we're going to torture Noah later.
No, I'm telling you you're welcome, because I'm the one who bought you that set.
Oh, that's right, you did buy me this for Christmas.
Yep, I did.
She's making love history.
Ooh, baby.
From the director and studio behind Fruits Basket, the bad version, and Tommy Sama Kiss. I take that back, I love that show. It happened on the night of the Crimson Moon. Mei Ayazuki was swept away to a different time period by a mysterious magician Charlie. You know, because that's a very Japanese name. In an unfamiliar Tokyo, her memory is fuzzy, but she's rescued by the dashing Ogai Mori and winds up as his fiancé. She soon discovers her ability to see spirits is quite sought after by many handsome historical figures, in fact. Desperate to get home, but also drawn to these men, Mei finds herself in the impossible situation trying to help them out. From chasing cats to intense geisha trainings, aka the best part of the show, Mei can't help but becoming more comfortable in this time period. Will she follow her heart or leave the past behind to return home?
Dun dun dun.
So before we start, since we're not doing predictions for this, because this is a review episode, we have a different type of prediction
we kind of have
make.
this just legit. We've kind of gone away from the whole predictions and impressions stuff now, though. To be fair,
Yeah, it's just a lot easier on, you know, like 12 working adults with actual jobs.
yeah. And with so
A
many
reminder-
shows coming out
reminder.
too, it's very hard to keep up with and make predictions. And doing impressions in seasons is a pain in the ass. So we're kind of straying away.
Everybody
we're
at Dub Talk
we're kind
is a
of
slave to capitalism or Tom Nook.
no, we're kind of going away from it, and we're gonna be doing probably strictly reviews from this point forward. So gotta adapt.
But we do have another type of prediction.
Oh, man.
Ladies, let's start the history bowl. Because if the Fate series taught us anything, you can in fact fuck history.
Fuck.
We
So-
were born to make history.
Ah, yes.
we were born to blow history.
Megan. God damn it. We're never gonna get
So-
this done.
So, there's not that many characters to talk about.
Still, it's us. We're gonna ramble forever.
Just because you're right does not mean you're correct. So we're gonna make predictions for who we think the other people's best boy is, based off of the ones that appear in the opening. Because there aren't that many actual guys that matter in this show,
Yeah,
even though a
it's
lot of them
true.
show up.
It's true.
In fact, one of them gets to be in the opening, and he literally shows up like one episode, and then at the end gets to dance away with Mei, and it's just like, what did you even do here? He's like
Like, why
Tuxedo
are you-
Mask.
No, the purpose for this character is a wonderful, wonderful song we get.
Okay, that's why he gets to be talked about.
Yes.
But Gigi, he's like that one thing of Sailor Moon. My work here is done, but you didn't do anything. Ow! Ow, I just punched myself in the ear.
Sorry.
How?
It's Megan. How haven't I hurt myself?
Oh my god. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, podcast over.
Podcast over.
Megan's-
Megan hurt herself. We met our quota.
Megan hurt her ear. She needs to go get it kissed better.
You can't. You locked up your own boyfriend for the $1
Oh,
and
that's
shit.
Yeah,
$1 and a
man.
copy of Tigtone.
What is a tick tone?
It's a show in Adult Swim. I just picked a random Adult Swim show. I think this time it's flicked over to 4Kids One Piece.
Oh,
So,
no one's
Oh,
gonna
Chris will
watch
be
that.
happy.
Chris is just doing the rap down there.
Yes.
Andrew's just
Um,
very
Roots is-
confused.
Roots is probably also doing the rap.
Andrew's probably
so-
jamming out.
I guess I'll go first with my predictions for who's best boy for everybody.
Okay.
Dun,
So-
dun, dun, dun.
So for Gigi, I'm actually gonna guess it's Otojiro.
I don't remember anybody's name, so
The
please.
actor.
Okay.
I can't say the actor.
No. The Otojiro's an actor.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
Is
actor.
what I'm telling her.
That's how I
Yeah.
would have known him.
Yeah,
Either
the
by
actor slash-
profession or
yeah.
hair color.
Brown-haired actor.
Got it.
And for Steph,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with shit. I'm gonna go with Kyoka, the little redhead germaphobe.
Okay. Alright.
All right, so Gigi, who do you think we got?
All right, so for Megan, there really is only one choice. It could have been two, but I'm going to go with my gut here and say Ogai. For Steph,
Who's your other choice though?
Shunso.
Okay, to be fair on that one, I do own a Shunso Nendoroid.
See?
So.
See? Oh, man, I don't
You're
even have a
also
Shunso
welcome.
Nendo.
You're also welcome for the Shinso.
Steph did also buy me that too. Do you also have it, Gigi?
No, I don't. I missed all of those, apparently.
There's only one, and it's him.
Oh, well, I missed him. I don't have him.
Yeah.
For Steph,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go with Kyoka too, but in order to be different, no, fuck it. I'm still going to go with Kyoka.
Alright. Ooh. My turn, huh? With Megan. I would also lean towards Ogai Mori. However...
Oh, now we getting into the howevers.
I also know some of her past tweets were directed for this character, so I'm gonna say Shinzo. And for Gigi, Otojiro is a good pick, but because I think that she would like him to kick her ass, Fujita.
Which one is that?
The cop.
The cop.
What color hair does he have?
Green.
Okay.
Teal, like teal green.
Okay.
He's also the domestic.
Is that the cat cafe guy?
Cat cafe
Yes.
guy who will kick
Okay.
your ass.
All right. So when do we reveal our answers?
I vote we reveal our answers if they come up.
Okay.
So, picks are locked.
Picks
So
are locked.
I hope
Locked and
picks
loaded.
are locked. Locked and loaded, just like a box of wine. You know who deserves the biggest box of wine? Our director and our writers.
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Cause somebody's gotta build the time machine. Somebody's gotta Doc Brown this thing and send us back to the past 88 miles an hour. Coincidentally, that's how hard I would like to go at Ogai. Oh!
I win.
You just
I
revealed
know!
yourself.
It's very obvious who I like, okay? There's no hiding it! Megan's is going to get revealed early. I can't help it!
See, but
I wanted to...
see,
He's so hot!
See, here's the thing. I think Mori too, but like you like the first time you watched it, though, you so loved Shinso, and I thought that might have still been the case.
Shut up. The answer is shut up. Shut up. I do have another favorite character, though.
Okay.
But shut up. So, our director is Tabitha Ray, and our writers, primarily for the entire show, was Quister McGuire. However, Matt Shipman did work on episodes 2 and 4, and though we are not exclusively talking about him, Jeremy Katz did help out with one of the episodes, and he was the overall script supervisor, but we're not going to talk about him, because he didn't do the majority of the work like Matt and Kristen did.
Mostly Kristen?
Mostly Kristen.
Though we still love you, Matt.
Though we still love you too, Matt. So, Tabitha Ray has directed series such as Sada Zanmai, Azure Lane, and The Mist Caretaker of Suna Haruso. Kristen McGuire, you'll know as the writer for series such as Tsukigakure, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and The Helpful Fox Senko-san. Matt Shipman, you'll know for his writing on The Murus Mononoke in Season 2, Hensky, and A Certain Scientific Railgun Tea. Steph gets to go first because her boyfriend's lowest on the totem pole.
It's because he's the youngest, isn't it?
That and the fact that he is the human embodiment of a golden retriever going into a screen door.
Also, he's the shortest.
That too.
Did we figure that out? No, we did figure out he was the shortest because it was either him or Noah, and we discovered it was him, right?
No, Noah is shorter than Andrew, but out of the three, your boyfriend
Oh,
is
out
the
of our
shortest.
boys. Out of our boys. I
Yes.
get what you're saying. I gotcha.
If Jenny was here, she would go first, but Jenny's too busy being the best mom.
Jenny is best mom. Jenny also had her birthday the other day.
Happy birthday, Jenny!
Happy birthday, Jenny!
Happy birthday, Jenny. He better have treated you right, I swear to God.
Damn it, Noah, you better treat your woman right.
Waffles.
God damn it.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Wench, give me my waffles. Side note, recording this on April Fool's has been fun because Megan and I changed our Twitter profiles. I decided to be gritty for the day for shits and giggles, and it's been hilarious. Meanwhile, Megan is a Kirito stan now.
Yes, I am. I am a Kirito stan. Kirito from Sword Art Online is my husbando. He makes it more moist down there than the flooding Mississippi River.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Gigi, do you watch Project Runway?
Of course.
Did you watch this season, 17?
No.
Okay, do you know who Ashley Longshore is?
No.
Okay, so she's this, like, graphic designer, and at one point they have a challenge with, like, she was, like, making textiles for them, and, she says at one point, "Oh, honey, that floods my basement." Like,
That's
about how good
amazing.
that was, and Brandon Maxwell proceeded to fucking yeet himself out of a chair.
Oh my
It was
God.
great. Anyway, Stephanie, your thoughts.
Anyway, directing and writing, huh? I'm cleaning my glasses, they're smudged.
Wow.
God damn it.
Damn, Andrew, learn to aim.
Oh!
That's why I want one.
Oh, man.
That's why, ladies, if he has bad aim, may I suggest you wear the proper PPE? Maybe some sea goggles for all that snow?
Sea goggles? You need a snorkeling mask there, bud.
Shit.
Wow, he must aim
No.
really bad.
I was gonna say you might, but you shouldn't, but he might.
Wow.
Dub Talk, a family podcast.
Yes, we are such a family-friendly podcast. Oh, there's a reason why we mentioned that we have foul language and very, very mature subject matter. Anyway, directing and writing. We've been holding off on this for like 5 minutes. So here's the thing with this. I think when it was announced that Meiji Tokyo Renka 1 was licensed, 2 was getting a dub, collectively, the female anime community probably went and shit themselves.
Hooray!
Cause, oh my god, this was fun. Because the show, I actually hadn't seen the show until late last year when I was watching it for dubbies. And also because we were throwing around doing the episode at the time, too. And this show has so much charm and so much fun. It has so much energy to it, and it's just lighthearted and comedic, and there's just so many, like, fun elements to it that might be a little bit difficult to do, given this is based off of an Otome game, and let's face it, there are Otome game anime adaptations that are not that great. So obviously you need to make sure you do this one justice, which, first of all, the show, A+. But the dub and the direction on it, like, if I had to give it a score 1 out of 10, it would exceed that by a long shot.
Wow.
Only because, like, what I've noticed, I only know Tabitha's directing work for a few shows. So there's Sun and Zanmai, and Megan actually didn't mention this one, but Suridura Children as well. And a commonality is she seems to like some of the fun, lighthearted, maybe zany things sometimes, with Sar and Zanmai in the mix. But she's also been very good about understanding the material and finding the charm and the heart of it, and giving it such a fun presence that still has that weight to it when it wants to be. And it definitely comes through with Meiji Tokyo Renka, because I think this is one of the earlier ones for her too, as a director. And I just love every bit of it. The casting is a lot of fun. There is one role in particular that I'm 50-50 on, and we'll get to him in a little bit. But that's more because I'm not familiar with this actor, I think, rather than the performance itself, but we'll get to that. As for the writing, they had fun with this too, because this is a mix of, again, this is an Otome game adaptation, and sometimes the writing on Otome games can be really weird. But also this is a time-traveling one. This is also essentially a time-traveling anime, so you have to be careful when you send your main character to the past that not a lot of non-historical slang is used, which I think Kristen and Matt did wonderfully. There were the occasional lines that were kind of silly, but those are like one-liner type of lines, and it actually was kind of adorable. In episode, I think this was episode 2, the line "spoon me Fumi."
Oh yeah,
"Spoon me Fumi." I'm just like, it's so silly, and normally I wouldn't think it would work in like a historical piece like this, but it's also a fun little lighthearted thing, and it got a chuckle out of me. So it knows what this show is and what's supposed to do, what it is it's supposed to be and what's supposed to portray. Kristen and Matt had fun with this. They really did. Gave some fun one-liners. And they still were able to retain the comedic tone of it, but also the emotional, like, core and the heart of it, too. So, all around, directing and writing, A+. I loved it, every second of it.
I guess I'm going to kind of lump everything kind of together. With this show, I will admit it took me a while to get into it. In fact, I think I watched the first 3 episodes 3 times on accident because I'd forgotten I'd watched the first 3 episodes, and even after I had watched them again, I was like, did I watch this? Like, I just don't remember. So it didn't leave a very lasting impression on me. In fact, it took me until episode 6 to really like this show. So I think it started off really slow for me, but I don't know. We'll see. I did enjoy the varied casting that this had in the dub. Some of the roles were kind of like cookie cutter stereotypical kind of casting, which I liked. You know me, I enjoy when I can call who somebody's gonna be, and it makes me happy. But the others were not, and I really enjoyed that I could like listen to it and then be like, is this so and so? No, it's not, but it really kind of sounds like so and so. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I enjoyed that. I like the 2 separate tones of the 2 time periods, and I like that they didn't really cross a lot. And I really liked the direction and the writing for when everyone was drunk. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
Mr. Eel!
This isn't more booze!
Look at Shinso. Just Mr. Eel is the one that kills. The delivery of it's Mr. Eel is the one that kills me every time.
Oh God, that whole episode was friggin' hysterical. I did kind of feel like sometimes the time period dialogue was kind of stilted, but it definitely got better as the show went on. Like they had warmed up to writing it. And it also may have been because you said Matt Shipman wrote 2 and 4. Like yes. In the beginning, I mean, it takes a while to warm up to this kind of, hey, we're in a time period now. Like we have to be accurate to this and not throw in a bunch of meme jokes. But I think that May had great dialogue. She was insanely cute. And I don't know if they wrote these or somebody else did, but I like the lyrics to the rap. There is a rap in there. Everybody kind of like freaked out about the rap, and then I heard the rap and I was like, it's all right, but it's a cute rap. Like the lyrics are cute. So I was like, okay, it's not like Sarazanmai singing. Like I freaked out about how good all the songs were in Sarazanmai, but the lyrics were cute. I think it fit with the whole tone of the show. So like I said, kind of a slow start for me, but then as it ramped up, I like got more and more invested in it.
I think Dawn might have done the music for this episode. It didn't have anything on ANN, and I didn't check the credits for that episode, but they have the rap, and I feel bad. So, one of the things I really like about this cast is that it is a bunch of people that I really like and I really expect, and there's a few oddball choices in there, but they all sound so at ease in the roles. Like, the stilted dialogue thing is something I noticed too, and I know you particularly said that episodes 2 and 4 where Matt came in. He's admitted in a Reddit AMA that he does have a bit. He finds it more challenging to do stuff like that. Like he says, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the new Atessa, gives him a lot of like trouble to do because that's very formal dialogue and it's very. And the thing is that I actually kind of like that. The dialogue in the Meiji era is a bit more stilted and May is a lot more casual because it gives off that sense that, hey, she is from another time where there is slang, because she does use a lot of tropey slang dialogue. Like, I think at one point she says like, oh my god, my feels or something. She uses the term meet cute, happily ever after. Yep. And they are terms that people like Mori and stuff don't really know. Like how, I think it's in episode 4 or something, they're at the theater and she's talking about Shakespeare and stuff, and he's like, oh, you must be fucking smart and rich because you know about Western stuff, which, God, I love the scene where that one lady's trying to eat with a fork and she stabs herself. The only thing I can think of the entire time is she's about to call that fucking thing a dingle hopper.
Oh, God.
I don't know when. I don't know how.
I'm gonna stab myself in the throat with this fork somehow. But there's a lot of really good comedic delivery in this show too. As well as some like surprisingly dramatic things in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this is one of my favorite shows that Kristen's written. Like, I absolutely rolled on the floor at some of the dialogue, including one of my favorite lines, "Why are you rolling around like a sad turtle?"
Yep.
Or just the like how, God, there's like one character, I have to save it for that, because that's like some of my favorite acting in the show, is that one character. But I think that Tabitha does a really good job, and Tabitha kind of gets put on a lot of really weird shit.
I've noticed that too, but at the same time, she like usually nails it.
She does a good job. Like, I really liked Saranzomnai, and this, I don't think this is as strong of a dub as Saranzomnai.
No, not even.
It's
but
not,
still.
it's not, but it's still really good, and I'm really sad a lot of people sleep on this show.
Yeah.
But I'll save that for final thoughts, because congrats, that line's gonna double as a soapbox. Alright, so are we ready to move on to our first set of characters?
Yes.
So our first two set of characters are Tosuke Iwasaki and Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Why is his name fucking Charlie?
Charlie bit my finger.
I like how one of you went for Charlie bit my finger and the other one went for Charlie the unicorn.
Shit. I should have thought of that.
Ah, they took my freaking kidney.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Candy
Mountain.
Fuck, now I'm just imagining Charlie luring May in with Candy Mountain and May just going, my freaking kidney.
Fan disc.
So Charlie is a magical magician who essentially puts May into the past with magic and shit.
Deus Ex Machina, Charlie.
Yeah,
Oh,
but like at the end of the show, it reveals that Charlie's actually her phone keychain.
Basically, he's some kind of spirit that has been with her for
Yeah.
a long time.
For her life, it was in her phone keychain, because at the end of the show he cracks, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, Charlie's fucking dead! Tosuke Iwasaki. I'm trying to look up his historical thing, but it's bringing me to the wrong person, so I'm gonna read what the description for the show is. He is an inventor with a focused electricity, and he can also see spirits. But that never gets brought over in the show. In fact, Tosuke is in the opening and appears twice. Tosuke doesn't do fucking shit.
No, he doesn't. It's kind of sad, really.
It
Yeah, I
really
was
is
like,
sad.
What's your fucking deal, Tosuke? The sequel anime, give us Tosuke screen time. Anyway, Charlie is played by Ian Sinclair, and Tosuke is played by Garrett Storms. Ian Sinclair, you'll know his characters such as Luke Atme in Ace Attorney Season 2, Reo in Saranzomnai, and Homore Kawai in Recovery of MM. Shit. Megan's brain has been hitting the box wine, apparently.
You started early.
Homare Kawai, it's fucking being locked up in the house does shit to you, man.
It's true.
Kawai in Recovery of an Recovery of an MMO
junkie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Garrett Storms, you'll know as Kachu Kiyomitsu in Tokonrabu Hanamaru, Rogue in Fairy Tail, and Natsu Asami in Convenience Store Boyfriends.
Do you just want me to talk about Ian Sinclair quickly
Yes.
to get it out of the way?
Yes,
So
'cause we
I
love
love
you.
I love that you stumbled over Koiwai from Recovery of an MMO Junkie, because that's exactly what I wrote down. I was like, it's Koiwai with magic. I love this. So this is Goofy Ian Sinclair. I was not expecting this. I was expecting him to be somebody else, but it definitely worked. He was just super funny and super goofy through the whole thing. But then at the end, it got really sentimental, and I almost got like the feels that I get for sentimental Ian Sinclair, like in Sarazanmai, and I was like, oh, my heart. But then it like went away. So I was like, okay, he's still Charlie. He still has magic. It's fine. I thought he did a really great job in this. Like I said, definitely was not expecting him here, but I liked it. Like, I really enjoyed it. I always want to say when there's goofy Ian Sinclair, it's against type. But lately, Ian Sinclair's been playing more and more goofy characters, so I can't say that it's against type anymore. And then for Garrett Storms, I really enjoyed this. In fact, he was almost my best boy, except for the fact that he's only in the anime twice.
We need more. We need
Season 2, the Tosuke season.
Right?
Give us more Garrett Storms.
He played him relatively straight, which normally, like, I would not go for this character at all. He's just like, he's there and he's like rich and talking about electricity. But there was something about the tone. And I don't think I've heard this tone from Garrett Storms before. I had no idea this was him, because Garrett Storms I always associate with the friggin' sword boy.
Really, really flamboyant.
Exactly. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, this is a really like smooth, like nice tone. Like you're almost at that Howard Wang level of you could read me the phone book and I'd be stupid happy. So yeah, he almost made He almost made best boy status, but he just wasn't in it long enough to do it. But I really liked Tosuke a lot.
So Gigi, would you say that Tosuke came prematurely?
I mean, a little, but at least he turned it on. But
Bing.
Was it smooth?
Alley-oop.
Was it smooth like that butter?
I mean, I was making electricity jokes, but we could talk about cooking now if you really want to.
I mean, we're going to talk about cooking
next
in a minute.
segment.
That's the next segment. That's next segment. Shit.
Next segment, ghosts and cooking.
I'm gonna start with the easier one of the two. I'm gonna start with Garrett Storms because I'm very sad that he didn't get to do more. That's the fault of the show. Why put this character in the opening if you're not gonna make him prominent? What the fuck?
He probably has a really good route in the game.
That's what it is. I think that's what it is.
It's more like it's absolutely what it is. The anime he screwed him over though.
Yeah, it's true.
But kind of to piggyback off of what Gigi was saying, because I hear Garrett Storms probably more often than Gigi does. I knew this was him right away. This is not Ensemble Stars where I spent like forever trying to figure out where he was and wanted to like yeet myself to the sun because I was like, that's not fucking real. And then Stars Align exists. Anyway, but I find it interesting that you said that you didn't really recognize it, because to me this is a less flamboyant Kashu. This is the same tone but less flamboyant.
You have to remember I've only seen Token Ranbu once.
You're not Megan, who watches it religiously.
I still need to get Token Ranbu shit. It's a less flamboyant version of Kashu is the tone that I hear from Tosuke, and I really like it. It has this nice regal sense to it. It's not regal asshole from Dance with Devils.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he is in that. I almost put that on here.
Asshole Dance with Devils. I forgot his character's name right offhand though.
Wait, which one is he? No, he's not. Oh,
he's Magic Sushi. He's Magic Sushi.
The blonde guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he was the dog, and I was like, no, he's not the dog.
No, that's Derek Snow.
Thank you.
He's not Pomeranian Choir.
No.
Anyway, no, this isn't asshole regal Dance with Devil's Magic Sushi Man. It's not flamboyant Kashu. It's kind of this middle ground. It has that kind of gentlemanly regal air to him, but the tone itself is more in the similar range like he does with Kashu. So it's like marrying the two, and I love it. It's fantastic. But why did we not get more of him? I'm very disappointed. He might have been my favorite if that was the case.
See?
If he had more time. Like, for sure. Like, he probably would have been up there as one of my favorites if he had more fucking time. But who had more time was Charlie. So, Ian Sinclair. The best way I can describe this performance is showman. Charlie is a showman, and Ian is able to play that up, be hammy and campy when he needs to be, like presenting to the audience, like it's always a constant show of sorts, which I love very, very much. However, he also has the ability to tone it back, and like Gigi was saying, be more sentimental and more caring and more concerning, because we were talking about earlier, he's been with Mei for probably almost her entire life. So he's like a guardian angel of sorts for her. A guardian spirit is probably the more proper term here. So he has that sentimentality, and it comes off very, very well. But yeah, I think the best way to describe Ian is that Charlie is a showman, and he's able to portray that, like, camp. He has those campy moments, but that's only because he's like, ladies and gentlemen, come into this box and I will make you disappear. Like, there's a purpose behind it. So I think it's a lot of fun when he does that. Both performances I like a lot. I just wish Garrett Storms had more time.
Don't we all?
Yep.
So I'll also go really quick. I was like, the second when I watched this in the simuldub, I was like, that's Garrett! That's Garrett! Motherfucker, that's my boy!
Sorry, Garrett.
We love you.
I'm the one woman Garrett Storm stan account in this podcast. I love him in everything he's in. Mostly. Except for Dance with Devils. I think I hated him in that.
I think we all did. To be fair,
okay, I was high as balls during that episode.
You were. And to be fair, I rewatched Dance with Devils for shits and giggles some point last year, and I'm like, this isn't as bad as I remembered it being.
It's better with the songs in it.
It's better with the songs in it. It really is.
But no, I also agree. I really wish I kept waiting for Tosuke to pop back up, and then at the end he dances the night away with May, and I'm just like, what the fuck did you even do here?
Why were you here?
It reminds me a bit of Kashu with a bit of his Rogue performance mixed in, because Rogue is a lot deeper and gruffer.
Got it. Okay.
But I genuinely enjoyed it. I hope that there's a season 2 so that you can come back in it, and I hope you pop up in other things this season when dubs are allowed to start happening again. Charlie.
Please stay home and stay safe and social distance. Please.
Yes,
Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your fucking hands.
You heathens.
Charlie would tell you to wash your fucking hands as after he nearly killed you with a camel. I'm sorry, one of my favorite Ian deliveries in the entire show is, man, you should have seen the show with the Asian elephant. With the Indian elephant. And all of his, also when he's like, kick my ass again, May.
That was great.
You can kick my ass again, but just but talk dirty to me. Pervert. Thank you.
He really wanted her to step on him.
Yes.
I just love his dorky thank you. I was very tempted for that reason to say that Charlie was Gigi's favorite, but I was like, that's too obvious. That's bait.
It's so obvious.
That's bait. But no, Ian's a ton of fun in this show. Like, he's goofy, he's lovable. It reminds me of a lot of the really fun comedic Ian stuff that a lot of people seem to miss. Because all they see him as is, oh great, Ian Sinclair's in this thing again. Funimation's overusing him. Shut the fuck up.
Y'all are wrong.
Y'all are wrong. Ian Sinclair's great, and I love him doing comedies, and Charlie's really great. But man, he knows how to turn it on, because like when Charlie dies at the end, I was like, baby boy, no!
It's like my friend. No.
My heart.
My heart broke.
Just the whole thing, he's just like, I've always been there for you. I was like, you're the secret route in the game! You're the fuck the dog route!
Oh yeah, I bet he is.
He's the fuck the dog route!
I'm gonna have to look this up now because I gotta see who the routes are. So continue.
There's aren't there like 36 games you told me?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of games.
Oh my god.
Please bring them to the West. I would buy them. But no, I really liked Ian and Garrett. I would love to talk more about them, but I feel like the rest of the characters that we're talking about have a lot more presence to them because they keep showing up more often.
Yeah.
Also, it feels like everybody was going ham. Like, when it was time to go over the top, nobody fucking held back.
Yeah,
that's what's great. That's what's great about it.
Speaking of never holding back, Yakumo Koizumi and Goro Fujita.
Oh my god.
So would anybody at this point like to say one of these two are their best boy?
Nope.
Do I have to claim it now?
Oh, is he in here?
Yeah.
Is your best boy Koizumi?
No.
Is it Goro?
Steph got it right. Yeah.
I should have gone with the cop! Damn it!
Yes! Fuck yeah!
Shit!
Because I'm like, Fujita is hot. Fujita could kick someone's ass, and Gigi wants someone to step on her. Like,
fuck, I should have gone for the fun police option. Damn it. To be fair, Fujita's my number 3.
Hey.
Fujita's not even on my list right now.
When I got to the Fujita episode, I was like, shit, you're hot. So let's talk about them. Koizumi Yakumo is essentially, he wrote a lot of books about Japan, but he's actually not Japanese. He's got a Greek mom and an Irish father. Basically, he wrote about a lot of stuff. In Japan, he married a Japanese woman who he had four children with and became a naturalized Japanese citizen. He wrote a lot about Japan, and that's why I guess he's super famous. And he died in 1904.
But he also specifically wrote about, like, supernatural stuff, right?
Natural stuff, yes.
That's why he's important here, kids.
Yes. He wrote about a lot about Japanese legends and ghost stories. Fujito Goro, or as he's also known as Saito Hajime, was a samurai in the late Edo period who most famously served as the captain of the 3rd unit of the Shinsengumi. He was one of the few core members who survived numerous wars of the Bakumatsu period. He was later known as Fujito Goro and worked as a police officer in Tokyo during the Meiji Restoration. So that's why he's famous. Playing Yakumo Koizumi is Howard Wang, and playing Goro Fujita is Chad Holbrook. Howard Wang you'll know as Rui in After Loss, Guang Hongji in Yuri on Ice, and Kiko Sadamune in Zoku Tokorabu Hanamaru. Chad Holbrook you'll know as characters such as Toby in Fairy Tail, Brain Ungulus in the Overlord franchise, and Chikai Kuji in Saranzamnai. For anybody asking who that is, yes, that is Riko's older brother.
Amen.
Okay.
He was Riko's older brother that got shot in the end.
Go ahead, Steph. I'm still looking up who the secret route in the game is. I don't think it's Charlie.
Oh.
Is it Tosuke then?
Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, no.
Because Ogai would definitely be the end game. Like, you have to go through all the other routes before.
Yeah, Ogai is the Tokyo route.
Anyway, while Gigi's looking that up. So, Jesus Christ. Where do I start with these two? I'm gonna start with Howard, I think. Cause, dear sweet lord. Yakumo is a good boy, but he's a good stupid boy. He's a good stupid boy.
That's sexual harassment.
What's sexual harassment? Well, sir.
I fucking love that image of just Yakumo holding his hands out Vanna White style as just a sexual harassment.
Do we have a screenshot of that somewhere just for, like, can we just have a screenshot just for, like, moments, like, among us, just, like, sexual harassment?
I will get that for us just so that we can just use it on the boys at random points.
Fuck yeah, do it. Let's go. Episode 6. Heck yeah. Howard, Jesus Christ. Yakumo is a stupid boy and I love him. And Howard just exudes this, like, hyperactive energy. He has so much energy. Like, Yakumo, out of, I think, the entire roster of boys we have here, has such this, like, peppy, energetic, hyper tone to him. Like, that's Yakumo's character in a nutshell. The other characters have their moments. Like, Ogai does have his moments where he's, like, hyperactive and energetic, sure. But sweet lord, does Howard exude that, because Yakumo is just an hyperactive... He's a fucking puppy dog. He's a hyperactive puppy dog, alright? That's the best way to describe this. Like, he has so much energy to him, and he's always rather curious, and he's very charming while doing it. Because he's just like, oh, this is amazing. All this stuff here in Japan. I like May, you need to help me fight with these ghosts. Like, I'm so curious about this. But he also can be very insightful and meaningful when he needs to be. What was it, episode 3?
Yes.
Yes. So episode 3 is where we have a major episode more dedicated to Yakumo. And, he does have this emotional turmoil to him, and I really enjoyed it. It did get played up and sometimes could be a little hammy, just a smidge. but not too campy. I could tell it was trying to match Yakumo's just overall general energy, which I can appreciate that. It's just like there were the small occasions where it went a teensy bit too much, that it started leaning towards the campy area. But overall, Howard did a fantastic job being this hyperactive puppy dog of a character. I will say Yakumo is among one of my favorite boys. He's not my absolute favorite boy, though. Fujita is the interesting one. Because I said earlier there was one particular role that was a little odd to me, but I think it's more because I'm not as familiar with this actor, and it was with Fujita. Because I'm not familiar with Chad Holbrook's range. I haven't seen Overlord in a hot minute, so I can't remember Brain Unglass that well. And I think I had similar issues with Chikai Kuji in Sound on Mai, actually. But here with Fujita, I don't really have a lot of notes on Fujita, actually. Like, it took me a little bit to get used to. I think by the halfway point, I was more adjusted to it, which actually might line up a bit well with Gigi's earlier thoughts of how it was kind of slow to, like, adjust to it. So I think it was, in this case, it was an adjustment period for Chad. But once he was well adjusted into it, Fujita is the straight man in the whole show. He is the straight man. Him and I think Shinzo, who comes at a close second, but Shinzo becomes snarky and sassy. But Fujita is definitely a straight man. He can be very vengeful and angry at times, but he does have his moments where he does soften up, and I can appreciate that. So really, for me personally, it took a bit for me to kind of get into Fujita. But once I did, I could see it fitting better. I can see this kind of vengeful character that Fujita is, and knowing more about him and his character, it worked a lot more, and then the tone just seemed to, by the end of it, naturally fit for me. So it was a slow process, but by the end of it, I did enjoy it. And I am very curious, because Chad Holbrook is still fairly new, from my understanding, so I am very interested to see what he does in the future. I will admit that. So, yeah. Both of these performances are good.
Before Gigi starts, Chad actually goes back a pretty long while, actually.
Really?
Yeah, his character in Fairy Tail is, shows up, like, I think within the first 50 episodes.
That long ago?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Huh. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to Fairy Tail.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's Fairy Tail.
It's also Fairy Tail. It's also Fairy Tail. But he hasn't done a ton, though, either. It's mostly, like, background roles.
That's why.
He hasn't, like... Yeah, that's why. Like,
I know him for one thing, so...
Yeah, same.
Says on my... Alright, so before you get your
I'm gonna
ponchos...
look at this, too.
Get
your ponchos.
Your ponchos. Here's how the game works. So the routes are done in pairs. So Megan, you wanted your OT3 of Ogai Shunsou. You get your OT3 of Ogai Shunsou.
Yay!
Otojiro and Kyoka go together, and
Okay.
Fujita and Yakumo go together. And you were right, Charlie is the secret route, but Tosuke is ported from the Vita. So if you update the game from the first time you played it, you get Tosuke as a secret route also.
So
But-
okay, so technically
That's
Charlie
why
and
Tosuke's
Tosuke.
fucking there.
Yeah, so you have to beat all of the routes before you can play Charlie, but like Tosuke is some DLC.
Nice.
Interesting.
So
So
is
that's
also a
funny. We
phone
basically
game.
put the secret routes together as the first section. That's fun.
Oh, wow.
we are the winners.
I did everybody by route, apparently.
Yeah, you did actually. That's how this is gonna work tonight.
Thanks, show, for giving... That explains why certain characters interact a lot in the show.
That does explain
Yes.
it.
But
So
at least credit to the show that they actually didn't make it feel that way.
Yeah.
no, not at all. So let's talk about Yakumo, who the credits say is Howard Wang, but I will die on this hill that it's actually J. Michael Tatum pitched up.
That's one.
I will die on that hill.
Nope, that's just one Mr. Wang.
Look, Mr. Howard Wang, who I've said can read the phone book, and I'd still love it to pieces. I did love this to pieces, not to say anything bad about it, but the whole fucking time I still thought it was Tatum. I looked up the cast, and I was like, no, that's still
you
Tatum.
played yourself.
Maybe they got it wrong on BTVA. I couldn't get it out of my head. Like, that was what it sounded like to me. But you know what? I don't care. I still think it's him. Whatever. I love the energy and the wackiness behind this performance. And like I said, he can still sound like Tatum. And I love Tatum too. I wouldn't like read the phone book for Tatum, but Howard Wang can still read the phone book
is for
in this
let's
Tatum
go.
impression.
Let's kickstart this right now.
So-
Let's go, Gigi. We'll kickstart it.
Howard Wang, do you have, what is it, a Cameo? Do you have a Cameo account? If I Cameo you $20, will you read like the first 10 entries in the phone book?
Jesus Christ.
The yellow pages, please?
Does he have to do it in the Yakumo voice?
He can do it in whatever voice he wants.
Oh man, did I ever show you his character in Token Rambu who is literally doing shibari under his clothes?
I think so.
Oh, fuck. The
Yeah,
glasses wearing with the short hair, right?
Yeah.
For season.
Yeah,
Okay.
He came
in the same episode as David Wald, right?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
opposite, and at one point he's like, a man never... Okay, do you want to know how I figured out he was doing that under his clothes? Because I didn't catch it the first 5 times I watched that episode.
How?
So we were all at AB one year, and Shannon was with us.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, a man must never reveal his clothes. And she's like, oh, he's doing that rope thing under his clothes. And then it dawned on me.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Wah,
He's
wah.
literally doing kinky shit out in the daylight.
Hey man, that's just how he works. Just how he works. My joking aside about J. Michael Tatum impersonations, this was still really good, and I liked it a lot, but it still sounds like Tatum. As for my new love, Goro Fujita,
Yes.
aka Mr. Chad, is it Holbrook or Halbrook? Because BTVA said Halbrook.
I think it's Holbrook.
Holbrook.
I think it's Hol.
Yeah, it's
I thought
Holbrook it's Holbrook on ANN and in the credits.
No, it's
Okay.
it's Halbrook in ANN.
Oh shit, I'm an idiot. I can't spell.
Whoops.
Okay,
It's Halbrook,
well,
my bad.
Well, Mr. Chad.
Sir.
Mr. Chad, hi, how are you, sir?
Are we about to welcome him?
I think,
Oh.
like, the only thing I wrote down was, oh my god. He was my unexpected best boy, because I watched this in sub first because there's Japanese voice actors I really love
Yeah.
that are in this show, and I didn't think this character any mind. But you put Chad voicing this character, and I was like, ooh, that rough little tone, but then there's caring in it. And oh my god, that Cat Cafe episode when I almost fucking cried at the end of it when he was like doing the dishes with May, and oh my god, my heart, I just kind of exploded, and it was fantastic. Mr. Chad, or as I might like to call him, David Wald Light.
Oh my god. That's all right.
That's
Would
some
you
hot praise.
Would you like to be welcomed to Dub Talk? To Ladies Night in particular. Because goddamn boy, this is a good performance. Holy shit. I knew I liked him in Sarazanmai, but this was before Sarazanmai, and it took it to a whole different level for me. Like, I think if I had heard this before I watched Sarazanmai, I would have liked his performance in Sarazanmai even more. This was great for me. Like, I got like the same kind of tingly thing I got when I heard David Wald for the first time, and I was like,
That's
ooh.
called arousal.
I was like, ooh, boy, you good. So welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I cannot.
Welcome to Dub Talk. She's Gigi. Run far away,
Listen,
as I will usually say.
I got somebody else to tie me up now, so it's fine.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was really good. I really liked it a lot. It made me very happy, and not like, I don't know, like there's just something about it, like you know when you hear those performances for the first time and you're like, who is this actor? Like, I really, really enjoy them. And you look it up and you're like, oh my God, he was in this, this, and this. And oh my God, what the fuck? And it was like, yeah, this would have been like my breakout Shad performance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was
can see it.
very happy and very excited. And I hope he does more things other than Fairy Tail, which I will never watch.
I also hope he does more things, and I am also happy because I got your fucking best boy right.
You did.
I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back.
Wow. I'm looking up who plays Goro in the Japanese. I was like, damn, that's Jun Fukuyama. Holy
Oh
shit.
shit! Okay.
Cecil's in here from Udapri, fam.
Oh, which one is he?
We haven't gotten to him yet.
Oh.
I was gonna say, Tosuke is Yoshimasa Hasoya, who is basically every dude in a sports anime ever.
And Shunsou is Ken, who is Tamaki in Idolish 7.
Yep, 7.
Also
Yeah,
sings
Charlie-
the
What about
OP.
what about Yakumo?
I'm getting to that. Charlie is Toshiyuki Morikawa,
Okay.
who is in a lot of things. Trying to get some. Oh boy! In Japan, Charlie is Griffith from Berserk.
Oh boy.
Boy. Getting into things that we like, though. He's Ryu Ichiro in Junji Romantica.
I've never seen Junjo Romantica.
It's a BL.
I know it
What's a
is.
BL?
Oh.
I know what it is. I just haven't
He's-
seen it, so I don't even know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to grab things that like we would watch. He's Oski in Star Mew.
He's Carla in Diabolic Lovers More Blood.
Oh. Okay.
He's also Kazuma in the Japanese version of Fruits Basket,
Huh.
the new one.
Interesting. Anyway.
And then, because now we're going over the Seiyu. Koizumi is Shinnosuke Tachibana, who is in things like, I'm trying to get to shit that we watch.
Pardon us while we're stalling. We're having our Seiyu hour right now.
Let me
That's
have
how we
this.
roll.
This is how we roll.
Tomoe in Kami-sama Kiss.
We gotta.
Yeah,
we
he's
gotta
he's
have
Tomoe in Kami-sama Kiss.
He's what?
He's Yaku and he's Tomoe in Kami-sama Kiss.
Oh, really?
Yaku in yeah, he's Yaku in Haikyuu, who's like my favorite character on Nekoma.
Okay.
He is. He's Tokiharu in Dynamic Chord.
Woof.
Don't even.
Y'all,
Don't
don't
know what that is.
ever. Don't ever.
It's a bad show.
It's
Okay.
a bad show.
Good to know.
And he's going to be in Idolish 7 Second Beat as Yukito.
Who the
No
Wait.
idea.
Did they shorten his name?
What?
He's Yuki. He's Yuki.
Is he
in,
Yuki?
Yeah, he's Yuki in Idolish 7. The other guy in Revale.
Oh, that's supposedly my super best boy above Gaku and Trigger, but I haven't seen him yet, so I can't make
How
that
the fuck is he
determination.
above Gaku and Trigger for you?
Gaku
That's
and
like
Trigger?
saying. That's like saying somebody's better than 10 to me.
I have been told that Yuki will be better than Gaku and Trigger for me, so I don't know.
Oh shit.
Ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
shit.
What?
Stephanie needs to watch Idolish 7's the question. Also, oh shit, that starts up again soon.
I know, I gotta watch the
First two.
vibrato.
And ladies and
I do
gentlemen, this
too.
has been your Megan Seiyu Trash Hour. Thank you.
Oh, we're going back to it later.
For
so
now,
are we
yeah.
good to move on? Are we good to move on for the next set of characters?
Have you even
you
given
talk
your
about
thoughts?
Oh shit, no I haven't.
We got
Megan's
distracted
just going
by
into
Seiyu hour.
Seiyu Trash Hour.
I was just
instead.
like, alright guys, let's talk about... Ah shit. So I actually didn't think that Howard Wang reminded me of J. Michael Tatum when he was really excitable as Koizumi. He actually reminded me of Aaron Roberts.
Really?
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He sounded a lot like Hasabe to me when he gets really excited. Which is saying a lot because everyone knows how much I like Aaron Roberts as Hasabe, so... no, but Howard's so much fun in this. He's such a dumb fuck. Like,
Yakumo's so stupid.
Yakumo is so stupid. Yakumo... I can't call Yakumo a himbo because he's not beefy enough.
He
He's
could be
too
like
skinny.
a bimbo, like, because he's a butler looking.
Shit, he's a butt bow.
A butt bow.
God. Anyway.
Every time someone says butlers, I always think of my favorite call-out line in Rocky Horror, the Tampa version, which is, why do you think they call them butlers? They're always coming from behind.
Wah, wah.
Wah. No, I adored him to pieces. I thought he was hysterical. I thought he was comedically on top of things. When he's got to make Koizumi be dramatic, like when Jane is kicking his ass, is trying to speak to him. It's played by Amber Lee Connors, which I find really funny. I think that he's so much fun in this, and he's one of my favorite performances in the show. Chad as Goro grew on me too. I wasn't instantly in love with him until episode 9, where it finally clicked, and I was like, oh fuck, you're hot.
That reaction when she texted us, oh fuck, he's hot. It was kind of funny, actually.
Oh shit, he's kind of hot. No, and he plays him kind of gruff and aloof and stuff, which I think Chad has a really exceptional way of doing characters like that. It's also a really big part of why I really liked him as Shikai in Sarin Zomnai. I had a lot of praise for him in that and this, and that was, I think, a lot better because I think the character got to do more, and it was a bit more of a dynamic character than Goro is.
Yeah.
Because Goro's kind of an asshole until, like, his episode, and then he's like, okay, guess I'm part of the harem now.
Guess I'm here.
Well, go. Guess I'm... I love when Mori just sits and drinks with him, and you've just got that whole delivery of, she would reject me anyway, and you can hear it in his voice that, yeah, she rejected me.
Yeah.
Because May is Mori-sexual.
Mori-sexual.
She's a Mori-sexual. But yeah, no, I really liked it. Those are my thoughts. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
So next up, we have Kyoka Izumi and Otojiro Kawakami. I'll start with Otojiro Kawakami first. Otojiro Kawakami was a Japanese actor and comedian. He did a lot of odd jobs. He was received training under a Rakugo master. Had a bit of a political career. Did stuff overseas. But yeah, he did a lot of plays and stuff. I'm just trying to do a lot of things, but also in this show he's also apparently a geisha on his off time.
Yes.
And trains May to be the ideal woman in my favorite sets of episodes. And Kyoka Izumi is a name that at least Steph should be familiar with.
I should.
Yes, Kyoka Izumi, whose real name was Kyotada Izumi, was a Japanese author of novels, short stories, kabuki plays during the pre-war period.
Okay.
He wrote a lot of stories, and he is also there's actually a prize named for him called the Izumi Kyoka Prize for Literature.
Okay.
But he also wrote a story called Demon Pond, which, I don't know, Steph, have you ever heard of a little show called Bungo Stray Dogs?
I remember this because I had to proofread that article for you.
Thank you, Gigi!
I'm trying to get it to click.
Gigi, I meant Steph.
Oh!
Demon Snow, cell phone, little girl.
It's Cherami's character. Okay.
Yes!
Got it.
I'm also pretty sure that he's going to be in Bungo to Alchemist at one point too, because that has authors. So, before I reveal actors, would anybody like to reveal if they have Best Boy in this category?
I'm the only one left. Why are you saying would anyone?
Stephanie, would you like to admit something?
Kyoka is my number 2.
Oh! Damn it!
Both of you are wrong.
Damn! Shit!
My Best Boy is not in this section.
It's Shunsou, isn't it?
God damn it.
My Best Boy is not in this section.
Okay.
Damn it! I thought you would have had Izumi as your Best Boy.
He's a solid number 2 though. He's adorable.
My solid number two is in here too, and it's Otojiro actually.
Yeah, mine was definitely Kyoka as number 2.
Yeah.
I know why Kyoka's in your number 2 as well, and I almost said Kyoka, but I was like, that's too obvious.
That's also too obvious.
Kyoka Izumi is played by Aaron Dismuke, and Otojiro Kawakami is played by Aaron Roberts. Aaron Dismuke, you'll know his characters such as Koi, Kakazaku in Planet Cuties, Jiki in Carnival, and Eon Fortunata in Trinity Blood. Aaron Roberts, you'll know his characters such as Blackest Welt in Seraph of the End, Hishikari Hasabe in Tokonrabu Hanamaru, and Shinman Benimaru, Best Boy in Fire Force.
Megan's best boy.
That's all over now.
It's all over now.
He can beat the shit out of me, and he's anti-government.
Oh boy. Anyway, I'm assuming I'm going first then.
Yeah, pick up. Go. You earned this.
I earned this? How did I earn this? Or this is my best boy not even in here.
True.
Look, it's the Battle of the Errands, alright? This is what's happening right now. It's funny that now we know how the routes work and these two are paired together. It's legitimately the Battle of the Errands. Anyway, so, Aaron Dismuke and Aaron Roberts, huh? I'm gonna start with Aaron Roberts, because best boy number 2 deserves to go last. This is how my life works, boys and girls. Otojiro is a solid, I think probably 3 though, by the way. Anyway, so Aaron Roberts is, god damn it. Aaron Roberts is a showman. It's similar to Ian's Charlie, however, Otojiro is also a ladies' man. Like, he exudes such a charisma and a confidence about him. And Aaron Roberts captures that so fucking well. It's so wonderful. Like, he not only captures, like, a confidence as a man, but a confidence of a woman as well. Which is like, holy shit. It's like, holy shit, Aaron, you go. It's like, Aaron, you go, girl. Like, oh man. And he doesn't take shit from anyone. Like, when we're introduced to Otojiro as the female geisha, he's Otoyako, thank you. He's introduced as Otoyako to us in episode 5. Otoyako gets straight up, like, sexually assaulted by a man on the street. Just, like,
and then she takes him to the trash.
Yes. It's like, grabs her and is like, sir, no. It's like, ooh, I like you. I like you. But, speaking of Otoyako, because Otoyako is an interesting character because Otoyako is supposed to be clearly Otojiro dressed as a woman. So, what they did with Aaron's voice in that, I actually really appreciate. It had a small touch of a feminine tone, like a big sister or mother kind of figure, but it didn't lose the obvious fact that this is Otojiro dressed as a woman, because that's the whole point. Like, it didn't need to be so high-pitched or too feminine or anything like that. It just needed it just enough to be convincing, especially to make it convincing for Mei, because Mei has no fucking clue. But all the other guys do, because they already know that Otojiro does this shit all the time. But Mei doesn't. So it needs to be authentic enough for Mei to believe it, and it worked. I think it worked, and it was convincing enough to make me believe that Mei has no clue. Also, to be fair, he does have to go slight falsetto during that bit too. Like, during his pieces as Otojiro. Otoyako. Fuck. Words. Too many O's. He does have to do... Where's my note on that, actually? He does have to go for a slight falsetto voice, actually, because he does have a small moment where he does kind of, like, sing or do, like, a spoken word kind of deal in the geisha house, and I think it actually worked really well. It wasn't too jarring, it wasn't too... it wasn't too jarring, it wasn't too over the top, and it didn't want to make me cringe at how possibly bad it could sound. It actually worked really well, and I thought it was a fun little touch, and just a little bit more dynamic to the tone of the performance, but also I think in Aaron Roberts as a actor himself. So Otojiro, loved it. Fantastic. Aaron Dismuke. One of my favorite science boys, one of my favorite people and human beings, Aaron Dismuke. Kyoka is a spaz. Kyoka can be a spaz. Kyoka is also a savage motherfucker. Like, he's a germophobic savage spaz, basically. I don't know. I'm coming up with words to describe him right now. But it's so much fun. He definitely has this youthful energy and a youthful tone to him. Probably because I don't know if the assumption is there that Kyoka is supposed to be the youngest of your possible suitors. He is the shortest, though. So they might have decided to give him more of a youthful tone, because the assumption might be there that he might be the youngest of the group, which makes sense. But Aaron Dismuke has so much fun. It's both youthful and, what the fuck did I write? Youthful and naive, but he can be very snarky and sassy. Because he's just like, are you an idiot? Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah. Like, and the moments where he freaks out about germs and things like that are sometimes are probably some of the best moments. Because he literally loses his shit. And then oh my god, and then he's chased by a dog a couple times, loses his shit, and is screaming like a banshee. And it's the perfect thing. Oh man. Kyoka is definitely fun and adorable and just such a snarky little asshole sometimes. But he also has those moments where he's like similar to basically all the other freaking characters in this. They have these moments here. Where he can be give more subtlety, give more of a quieter tone, more of a passion, because he does have a passion for writing, and the episode that's more specifically focused on Kyoka has him trying to get back essentially his inspiration for one of his plays. That's essentially what that was. So he's very passionate about what he does, and he's trying to show his feelings and show his passion and be like, hey, come back home so we can work together and I can finish telling your story. Like, he has this passion and enthusiasm that I really, really liked in that role as well. But he is a snarky, sassy little shit. I love when Aaron Disney becomes snarky, savage little shits. They're probably among my favorite things in the world. But yeah, solid job. Solid job for Aaron and Aaron on these two.
It's Aaron squared.
Aaron
squared.
Too many errands.
Never too many errands. Let's start with Aaron Dismuke. I can always tell an Aaron Dismuke role because there's this little thing in his voice that's like a little thing, like a kind of sounds like he's sort of like gargling a glass marble. I don't know. I love that little thing, and I can always tell that it's fucking him. And I love this. This was adorable. I loved Kyoka's little bunny. I think the bunny should actually have been best boy, but you know, it's a bunny and it doesn't talk, and the bunny was getting drunk, and the bunny was like being a waiter. Oh god, I love that goddamn bunny. I got a thing.
Do you want the goddamn bunny?
I do, Chris.
I want the bunny too. Andrew.
Buy me the bunny.
Andrew, can I have the bunny too? Please.
We want this bunny.
Can we have this bunny?
They don't exist, but find him. Okay.
You can always commission someone to make one.
Yeah,
Please.
I want the bunny.
I want the bunny. Please. Bunny.
I really thought Kyoka was adorable here. I love how he's very like current right now, because he's always like, wash your hands. I wash my hands. And I was like, yeah, Kyoka, you tell him. Why hasn't anyone made a meme about that? Where's my Kyoka memes, girls?
Yes.
Make my memes.
Disinfect your food. Set it on fire.
Exactly. Like,
Yes.
I loved it. I just like him playing an OCD character, and I was like, yeah, I really like this one. But one of the things I've said before when we've done Otome episodes was, you know, I need to believe that the guy's gonna wanna fuck me. But in this one, because it's like a little toned down, I gotta believe that the guy's gonna fall in love with me. And there was a moment in episode with the water, y'all know,
Yeah.
where I believed it, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Yep.
Like, I like almost took my breath away. There were a couple of moments, and actually I'm going to talk about one when we talk about Aaron Roberts, where I was like, oh, there it is. And I was like, it's not the character doing it. Like, it's just like this little thing in the voice that you can hear. And it's just that moment when you're like, there's where the love is for the Otome protag. And I was like, okay. I was like, I believe it. So I really believed it. I really loved this performance a lot. As for Otojiro, again, the first time I heard this, I thought it was J. Michael Tatum.
Again.
Oh, I was like, how many
Jesus.
roles is this bitch gonna have? And then it turned out he was no one. So I was just like, okay, but whatever. I let it play past the first 3 episodes because the first 3 episodes I can't. So it got to the Otojiro episodes, and I think I just need to get this in my brain that Aaron Roberts plays a lot of my favorite off-kilter boys. So this is a show we haven't talked about yet. It's called A3. But he plays somebody in A3 that is extremely off fucking kilter that blew my mind. And
I need to start A3, but then it got delayed because of
yeah, we won't be
and I
doing our
haven't
A3
touched
episode
it.
until like 2021, fam, by the way this is going. But he plays...
Ensemble Stars coming 2021 too.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No.
Not because it's not done, but because we keep getting distracted.
Yup.
I'd rather get distracted by a 12-episode show than Ensemble Stars, which is 26 or 24. Anyways.
It's so worth it, though!
I'm going to pick my battles and save it for when we do that episode.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, I this role for him, like, I felt was just really good. It had so many different levels and different things that he needed to do in order to portray different characters. Like, he had to portray Otoyako, he had to portray the character in the play that he was doing, and then he had to be Otojiro. And there was a moment too in this, and I think he didn't even say anything. I think it was maybe like a breath where he was like gonna kiss Mei, and then he didn't.
Yes!
And that was the moment that I felt it, and I was like, how did I feel it in like a breath?
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
there
I
was-
felt that too. I'm like, oh no.
I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then it didn't.
Oh, shit, he's gonna steal Mori's. He goes steal her from Mori.
He goes, steal your girl.
Hide your
Mrs.
kids, hide
Steal
your
Your
wife
Girl.
from Otojiro. But yeah, I think he also had the right amount of camp and the right amount of sincerity in this performance, because this I felt was campier than Charlie.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
a
it
point.
can be campier.
I really did, because I was like, I'm so used to Ian Sinclair now being like the goofy camp that I'm like, okay, so this is another character who didn't actually have to be that campy, but he ended up really campy, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I'm going to have to pay a lot more attention to the roles that Aaron Roberts has,
Yeah.
because just it's like, okay, so he's the actor, he's super famous and going to be super cocky or whatever, and in my head Mamoru Miyano was voicing him, and I know it's not him, but in my head
It is not.
Mamoru Miyano was voicing him. In reality, you know who was voicing him?
It's Cecil.
It's
from
Cecil
Udapree.
from Udapree.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
It's Kosuke. It's Kosuke. Toriumi.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, but to be fair, there's a little anime called Roommate where Cecil don't sound like Cecil at all, and I was like, holy shit, why is this happening to me? Anyways, so yeah, and Aaron Squared, I really enjoyed them both. I thought they it's good that they go together, because they both kind of had a lot of like, Aaron Dismuke had a lot of rah 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 OCD out there kind of campiness, and Aaron Roberts had a lot of acting, I'm gonna beat May with a stick kind of campiness.
Beat you with a stick. Smack.
God, it was a ruler.
Was it a ruler?
Wah!
It was a ruler.
Yeah, she was
felt
whacking.
really
She was
bad for her.
whacking.
It
He
was a
was
yardstick
whacking
of
people
sorts,
with a
yeah.
ruler.
It was a yardstick.
But they also
He's
played
whacking.
it with the right amount of sincerity, and I also really want that bunny.
I want that bunny.
I'm gonna go
I
wash
also
my
want
hands
the
and think
bunny.
about that bunny.
Wash your fucking hands.
Does he wash the bunny's hands?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Fua fua.
Yes.
Fua fua. All right, I'm done.
Suki suki. Fua fua. Ah. I find it really funny too that the guy who's Cecil is also like the one sword in Token Rambu that everybody like fucking loves. Munechka, but anyway. If you're wondering who plays Izumi in the Japanese, it's Nobuhiko Okamoto. Who is who Gigi hates, I guess.
No, it's me.
Sorry, I was reading a text. I don't know who that is.
Remind me, because I feel like I know who this is.
Oh, you know who it is. He's basically Japanese Austin Tyndall.
Wonderful.
No, he's Karma in Assassination Classroom. Yep. He's Nishinoya in Haikyuu. Yoichi in Seraph of the End. Ryo in Food Wars. He's Japanese Bakugo.
I was about to say, there it is.
I was like, he's Bakugo.
It's fucking Bakugo.
It's fucking Bakugo. Let's talk about the two Erins. Boy, howdy, I love spazzy Erin Dismute characters. Kyoka is a trip and usually got me to laugh more often than not. Just the whole, stop touching me! Like, every time he screamed at... And also how he plays off Otojiro, Aaron Roberts as Otojiro. Like, they are a comedic duo to be reckoned with.
Yep.
They are absolutely hysterical together on screen. But Aaron also does nail those dramatic points. Aaron Dismuke has been in this game a long time. He's good at doing drama.
Yep.
That man has ripped out some hearts here. Dr. Stone? Paging Dr. Stone?
Look, this was also before he got a second win with Dr. Stone here, so.
Yeah. Yeah, this was actually before he was, Senku.
Yep.
I think he's a lot of fun in this. I really was actually kind of surprised that he was this character. I actually thought he would have been Shunsou.
Really?
He also would have been Shunsou if this was under another director, I feel like.
I can hear him as Shunsou.
Yeah. Because, remember, Aaron does a lot of... Aaron can do a lot of dramatics, and I don't talk about Legend of the Galactic Heroes. A bad person.
You right.
I need to watch season 2. I know what happens, and I am prepared to get my butt beat.
Don't say a word. I don't know what happens. Don't you tell me what happens.
Okay, we won't, but...
I'm gonna go cry in my corner now.
Things happen. But no, Aaron does a really good job, and he's really funny, and I like a lot of the times where he's trying to be really snarky under his breath towards Otojiro, and he just gets smacked, and you just hear him go, ah! One of my other favorite lines in the entire show is, I'm not a geisha, I'm a man in a dress!
God bless him.
God bless.
And he just rips his shirt off and tries to run away. And then when he gets drunk... When Kyoka gets shit-faced,
yes.
and he's just like, Master, please don't give away my stuff, which I think that was, his master was played by Kyle Phillips, and they're also really famous, and they're also a Bungo Stray Dogs character, actually. That's also a woman in that show for some reason.
Wait, hold on.
They're
Kyoka's master, or?
Yeah, in Bungo Stray Dogs, they are a member of the Port Mafia.
No. You said voiced by Kyle Phillips.
Yeah.
You're talking about the dude with the script and shit, right?
Yeah.
Wrong, Matt Shipman.
Oh, that was Matt.
Kyle Phillips is,
Kyle
purple
Phillips is the
purple
guy
hair
that...
dude.
Yeah, that's who that is. Duh,
it's
my bad.
Matt's Kyoka's friend.
Matt. Sorry, Matt.
Look here, don't diss Matt.
That's really funny, knowing Dr. Stone.
Yes.
That's really funny when you think about it after a season later on Dr. Stone.
Yes.
No, but, fun fact, that character is also in Bungo Stray Dogs, is also a woman. They're Colleen O'Shaughnessy's character. Who is incredibly attractive. Let's talk about Aaron Roberts, who I think might be is tied for my favorite performance in the show. I fucking love Aaron Roberts as Otojiro and Otoyako. Like, I am super familiar with Aaron Roberts stuff, because I end up on the shows that he's on all the fucking time. Like, I did Fire Force, I did Dance with Devils, because he's one of the guys in Dance with Devils. He's not the rapping one, and he's not the sadist.
He's the... No.
Is he the... No, he's not the... No, he's the other one. He's...
Hold on, who are you asking about?
Aaron Roberts is one of the guys in Dance with Devils.
He is, dude with a rose. Dude with the rose. Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. He's the, fucking butterfly dude.
Well, again, All right, so I stand by my statements that I just previously made.
I remember that there's if you watch the commentary that he does with on that episode with Kyle and somebody else, that's where they talk about the dagger story with Rico.
The dagger story?
It's, go watch, if you have a copy of Dance with Devils, go watch the episode 8 commentary, I think it is.
I don't have it.
Blasphemy.
Look here.
I should buy you a copy. Like I'm buying you a copy of Fire Emblem, and I'm probably gonna buy Gigi a copy too. No, but I love Eren, and one of the things I really do like about this is that there is a differentiation in his voice between Otojiro and Otoyako, and you can hear it, and you can tell, and it's like Steph said, but it's not done in a way that's excessive, so that you can, you think that it's like two different people. Like, I've heard Aaron Roberts potentially pitch their voice up to their super highest register. I think it's in Nichijou somewhere. Except for I could never see the credits for that show, so I can't tell you if that's true or not. I absolutely loved it. I think that he's funny, sincere. I think that the Otoyako stuff in the show is some of my favorite stuff. That's why he's my second favorite character. I like that the show, by the way, Mei never thinks it's weird that Otojiro dresses up as a woman.
No.
They're just like, Mei's just like, fuck yeah, okay, cool, I'll learn how to be a lady from you, fuck yeah.
Does she know that it's him?
No.
She doesn't know until later, and even then she's like super cool about it.
Okay, I must have missed that part.
Yeah, like there's a part later in the show where she just sees him, and it's in the end where he says something about a woman's tears. To which, God, I want to support the writing that is women and ghosts can change their shapes or something.
Yes.
Which is such a good fucking line.
That was good. I loved it.
And Eren delivers it so well. And I actually Eren is the only other character I 100% believe was going to get with Mei. Otojiro was the only other one that I thought had an actual shot.
Yeah.
Oh, if only. Season 2.
Season 2. I would play that route. I would probably actually go for Otojiro as my second route. So
I would go Kyoka first for my second route because it's me.
But yeah, no, I genuinely enjoyed a lot of these, and Aaron Roberts is by far the bigger standout in this section to me. He brought it, and I absolutely fucking adored it. That being said,
time for Megan to put on her poncho.
And potentially Stephanie as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, yes, but not for yours.
Yeah, no. So, next section is going to be Shunsou Hishida and Ogai Mori. Shunsou Hishida is a art student that was, that got taken in by Mori, who asks Mei to find her a cat. His cat. He also apparently, was going blind in real life. That is the pseudonym for the name of Hideyoshi Miyoji. He was known for his numerous paintings of cats. He got a Japanese lot of awards. He unfortunately died in 1911. And his the picture, the black cat, is actually the one from real life.
That's what I had a feeling it was. It seemed real.
Yeah, it is a real picture. A lot of his arts are held as important pieces of culture, but specifically Kuroki Neko is the one that he's really well known for. And then, oh boy, Mori Ogai. Mori Ogai is a famous Japanese army surgeon, novelist, and poet, and he's actually the father of another author named Mari Mori. His major work was considered The Wild Geese. A lot of what happens in the show was a bit about his life, but fun fact about his daughter, who is a person that we should actually be very, very happy about. Mari Mori was known as Japanese Electra, and she wrote a lot of stuff about, she was greatly influenced by her father. A Lover's Forest is a thing that she wrote. The Lover's Forest is about an older man who falls in love with a younger man. So essentially, they kind of call her the mother of modern yaoi.
God bless.
Bless. Love it.
That's what Wikipedia says.
BL.
But also, fun fact about this Mori. This is the Mori in Japanese anime that I prefer. Because he's not a lolicon.
Bungo Stray Dogs, I love you.
I absolutely love the other one. I like the other one too, and it's really funny is that he's played by one of Gigi's favorite people in the world. He's played by
Ahsoka.
He's played by Keith Silverstein.
God bless.
And we already talked about how in Japan Ken plays Shunsou, but Mori is played by Daisuke Namikawa.
Okay.
Who, for those of you who don't know who Daisuke Namikawa
Isn't he Leon Luis in Garo?
I believe he is. He's also a Japanese Wafer Velvet.
Yes.
Who I watched an entire show about with him last year that made me cry my fucking eyes out. When did Garo come out again?
20.
Yes, you are.
I am right.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay.
He has Leon Luis. And then for just to hurt all of us, he is North Italy and Italia. And he's Oikawa in Haikyuu. But we're not talking about Seiyus, we're here to talk about some English voice actors. So playing Shunsou Hishida is Damon Mills, and playing Okai Mori is Christopher Waycamp. Christopher Waycamp, you'll know his characters such as Takase Hinawa in Fire Force, Rokusosuke Konji in Classroom of the Elite, and the Master in Kakaryo. Damon Mills, you know his characters such as Chikakudo in Kono Ototobore, Honobami in Tokunrabu Hanamaru, and Shin Wolford in Wiseman's Grandchild. I have already revealed that my best boy is Okai Mori, so, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Now you.
The fact that y'all didn't pick Shinso is shameful.
I should have gone with it! That was the obvious answer, though!
It was the obvious answer.
Why are you so vanilla?
I love my vanilla boys. Come on now. We know this.
He's also short like Andrew.
We know I love my vanilla boys, damn it.
Gigi?
Yeah.
We failed hard.
Yeah, you failed so hard.
I think it's just because I don't like Shunsou that I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh.
No.
Again, hey, it goes right with type.
That's all. You know, if I'm into my
so
vanilla,
why was it really obvious?
That's accurate.
Why was it really obvious that I liked Mori then?
Chris Waycamp.
That doesn't count.
But yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
I based mine entirely on voice actor.
Steph, why did you go with Okai Mori then?
I didn't go with Okai Mori.
Oh, who'd you go with again?
Who the fuck did I? Oh, I picked Shinso. I thought you were Shinso.
Why did you go with... No, why did you guys pick Okai Mori? Because he's tall and takes care of her.
Look, I remember the first time you watching it, and either you texting me or sending tweets about how much you love Shinso. I just thought it was still a thing, alright?
I love them both, but Mori is... Listen, I have a crush on Mori because he would treat me like a goddamn princess.
It's not wrong.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
My god, he also how can you not like a guy that keeps buying you food? I'm
not wrong.
fat for a reason.
No.
Alright, Stephanie, dig your hole digger.
Hole digger?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Dig a hole.
Sorry, I almost heard gold digger for a second instead of hole digger. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, Andrew doesn't have any money.
Oh shit. We all know that we all know that Andrew's in it for the MILF money.
That's true.
Admittedly, though, I am horrible with money because impulse buys. Though.
Andrew's just in it for the MILF shakes.
The MILF and cookies.
Stealth's MILF shake brings all the boys to the Andrews to the yard, and they're like,
oh shit. So I have to start, huh?
I can start if you don't want to.
Your best boy.
Gigi's already warmed
I
up.
was like, your best boy's not in here. Why don't you go ahead?
All right, so let's talk about some boys. So I said I don't like Shunsou. It does not mean I don't like Damon's performance as Shunsou. I just don't like the character of Shunsou because, as previously stated, his arc is in the first 4 episodes, which I found incredibly boring. Sorry. But Damon does a good job at his voice. I think he nailed it, like, by the end. By the time that Shunsou goes blind, I like Shunsou. And I was like, okay.
And then magically gets better.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Well, I liked him better blind, let's be real. As a character, it did nothing for me. As a performance, you have to keep in mind that that's also the character. But then I was like, but KENN plays him in the Japanese, and KENN is like KENN, like he's KENN. I don't know how to express my love for KENN, but it's there. I did like I've said before, I felt the moment when I was supposed to fall in love with him, and I did. Not as much as I fell in love with everybody else, but I felt the moment there. I thought it was a slow start for me. I don't know if that's a detriment to the character or just his storyline, but the storyline kept coming up over the whole anime, and I was like, Jesus Christ, if they don't find this cat soon, I'm gonna find it myself and strangle it. I was just like, I can't.
Don't strangle the poor kitty, God.
I'm not.
It's a fucking ghost. You can't do. It's already dead.
I know it's dead. He'll never know. If I strangle it, it'll be fine.
Rude. He won't be able to finish the painting then.
Well, he did. Spoiler. Even if he was blind. So, yeah, I mean, like, it was a good performance for what it allowed. So, like, I feel that if Shunsou, like, this is, like, the softer side of Damon Mills. Like, if you've seen, it reminded me of the tone he had in Toriumi My Hero, except Toriumi My Hero was a complete fucking asshole. So it was that tone without the asshole, which is just kind of, like, normal. It's hard for me to explain it, but the Damon Mills that I enjoy the most are like the ones where it doesn't sound like the voice is coming out of his mouth, and this I could sort of like hear him, if that makes any sense. But he still did a really good job with what he had, and I did believe him by the end, which is all that matters. Now, Ogai Mori was who I thought was the most stereotypical cookie cutter person they could have picked to be the lead and an Otome game to be the true route here, because we all know, as previous episodes have proven, that Chris Wakeham's voice is liquid fucking sex, and I've been called out for it in person by Chris Wakeham.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. We love you and miss you, buddy.
So I'll say it again. Stereotypical, yes, but who cares? Because it was perfect. He really can do no wrong when he plays these type of characters, and I will gladly put him in this box to play these kind of characters because it's just so good. Like the master in Kakuryou, which is like the only reason that I watched the anime other than doing the episode for, you know, as many episodes that I did.
Yep.
And really, that last episode, oh God, I'm gonna start again. He like made me cry so hard when he was like saying goodbye to May, and I was like, no, I can't do this right now. And then when she leaped up into his arms and they made out, I was like, no, I can't do this right now. Oh God, I miss my boyfriend so much. I am sobbing. I'm sitting there sobbing watching this last episode, and I texted them and I was like, I am fucking broken. Like it. Normally these things don't have any meaning towards me because I watch a lot of this kind of anime, and after you've seen so many, it's just kind of like whatever. But it's kind of rare that the girl chooses someone, that the anime actually chooses someone for the girl to end up with. And so when it does, it has like, if it's a good dub and a good transition, I guess, like it really leaves an emotional impact on me, and I think that's what that last episode did. Dialogue wise, and this is probably a Japanese thing, but I don't remember, I hated that he called her little squirrel all the time. Oh, I hated it so much. I was like, that is not a pet name that I want. I was like, please don't call me.
You prefer little bitch.
I do, but that's me, that's not May. May's not a little bitch. Like I don't know. I kind of wish Kyoka would have called her Bunny. I was like, that would have been really cute.
That would have been cute. But Kyoka doesn't do that.
I know, Kyoka doesn't do that. But yeah, Chris Wakeham as Ogai was like chef's kiss A+. Like I was digging that for sure. What up, Chris?
What up, bud? What up, Chris?
I just love that. Hi, Chris.
Look, I have to like get over the hump of like this, because if I don't say like what's really going through my mind when I'm watching this, when I'm recording these episodes, I feel like I'm not being like true to myself. So
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
You
Yeah.
gotta be true to your
Yeah.
fucking
can't
self
put
around
Gigi
here.
in a bottle.
We can't.
I'm a Gigi in
Look,
a
look,
bottle.
look, look, look here. All of us personalities here at Dub Talk, we can't be contained. We do our
Nobody
we
puts
do our,
Gigi
no,
in
no,
a
no,
corner.
We do our damnedest to behave ourselves when we need to, but otherwise, but it's very, very few times that we actually have to behave ourselves.
Dub Talk's like a mullet. It's business in the front, party in the back.
And you know what? It's good for these boys. You know, good for these boys for doing these roles
Heck
for
yeah.
an anime like this, as opposed to like the millions of other ecchi shows where the girls have to do the work. Now the boys have to do the work, so you better work it, boys.
You better
Hell
work.
yeah.
Also, by the way, when Gigi's like, you can't contain me, all I'm thinking is nobody puts Gigi in a corner.
That's right. No wire hangers ever.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What?
Nobody's gonna beat
Oh
you
wait, that's
for
a
it.
different movie. Shit.
That is okay.
That's from Mommy Dearest.
Fuck.
Are you looking at the Otome games again? No more Otome boys! Smack!
I give
She
up.
What
comes
is
out and
wrong
beat-
with you?
She comes out and beats you. She comes out and beats you with a copy of a sister, like a sister all you
Oh,
need,
no.
or, like High School DxD.
Oh my god. I give up.
Are you done with your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm done.
Gigi's done. Gigi's done. She's dropped the mic.
She's dropped the mic. She out. Oh boy.
Gigi is readying both Megan and Stephanie's ponchos for us to embarrass ourselves.
Yep. Finally. It's not me.
See, in this, we have this thing called the splash zone. You're required to wear your ponchos when you get admitted to the splash zone. We're not going to my splash zone quite yet. So, Ogai Mori. So, Ogai Mori and Chris Wakeham. Yes. This is the master from Kakaryo. This is the master from Kakaryo. This is the master from Kakaryo. It is the exact same tone of voice.
Shut up. It's not like it's a bad tone of voice.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. It's the same tone of voice. And I fucking love it. Let's admit, I'm not gonna front. It's a very good tone of voice for him to use. Because Ogai has this suave, gentlemanly quality. That's what I think is different compared to the Master. The Master is very suave and kind of regal to an extent. While Ogai, he does have that suave charm to him, but it's more of a gentleman. He's much more of a gentleman because, like Megan was saying, and one of the reasons why she loves Ogai Mori, he's taking care of Mei. He's being an absolute gentleman and taking care of Mei. So that's a key trait right there. So Chris Wakeham definitely brings that quality and that aspect out of there in Ogai. He is also very protective over Mei. Exceedingly protective over Mei.
That's not a bad thing.
Also not a bad thing. It's also very amusing when he goes and basically is just yeah, drags her away from one of the other guys. It's yes, how are you today? It's great. It's yes, Otojiro, I'm glad you're doing okay. It's great. Yes, my little squirrel is safe. It's very cute. But to also give Chris a lot of credit, Chris is always good with his dramatic roles, and Ogai Mori does have his little more time to shine, the more dramatic side of it when it gets to the last third of the show, and we're dealing with his story, his part of his story, about where he's writing his novel, and he can't do it because of his past love holding him back, when instead his past love's trying to encourage him. It's very, very sweet and tender, and he's just so, because he has to seem kind of very out of it. Because one of the first things you learn about Ogai Mori, he takes a bath every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on the dot, that's it. He took more than those baths during that part because he's just so out of it. And he's just coming to grips and coming to terms with what he's doing. And it comes off very, very well, and I enjoy that. But those very dramatic moments where he's trying to overcome his past love and everything like that, it was also hit very strong. And I have to agree with Gigi about the last episode in the show. That did hit. I did not cry, but it did hit when because she's right. Like, it's very rare, almost never, where you have an anime adaptation of an Otome game legit have an end game boy that the girl does end up with. It's exceedingly rare when you have that happen. So with this show, they picked the most obvious boy, but also the right one in this case,
but also the correct
answer, because their relationship had been developing this whole time. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Chris Wakeham's performance.
Poncho time.
Unfortunately, on this side of the gym, we do not like to keep it dry.
Whoa.
Yeah! So, Damon Mills as Shunsou. Oh boy. I love this performance. Shunsou is a good boy. My opinion, if it wasn't gonna be Ogai Mori, it better have damn been Shunsou who won. That's my opinion, and I will stay by that fact. Damon as Shunsou. Shunsou is kind of more along the quiet side. He's definitely one of the more quieter characters in this whole show that has a lot of bursting energy and personality to it. He's among one of the more quieter, reserved characters in the show. That's not to say he doesn't have his moments where he's a sassy savage, and I loved every second of it. Because he'll just come in with those fun little dunks on Mei. And it's just so fun. It's so precious, and I love it. He's my good vanilla boy. I love Shunsou. I also have to say, and I loved while the simuldub was airing, I loved some of the tweets that Damon put out there about Shunsou and how he's such a good boy. And he just loves the character so much. I'm like, I'm there with you, bud. Like, several months later, after I finally watched the whole thing, I'm like, I'm right there with you. Shunsou is a very good boy. But I will agree partially with Gigi on the first few episodes of the show. And how, like, his whole storyline with the cat is, like, it kind of goes on for so long, and it's just kind of there as a plot point, but that's more on the fault of the show. And it does take a tiny bit to adjust for Damon, but I think it only maybe took 1 or 2 episodes, and then I was invested. I think by episode 3, where he was with Mei, waiting for Jane's ghost to pop up, and they're having this conversation, I think that was when I started feeling it a lot more, and was getting much more sold on it. And then we get towards it keeps going, and also drunk Shunsou is hilarious, and I love him. He's a precious bean. That's not more booze. And it definitely, for Damon, it really hit in episode 11 for him. It hit the most in episode 11 when we learn that he's going blind. And he's just losing all this hope. And he's losing this hope, which is making him lose his drive and his motivation to create. Because he's an artist. And the interaction he has with Mei after she collects all those paintings he threw out, and she comes back and gives them back to him. And like that moment, oh sweet lord, where he's holding her and just talking to her and just caressing her, and oh my god.
She broke, fam.
She broke, fam. Like, I broke. Damon, you son of a bitch. I fucking love you. And this is oh man. because the tone was just so soft and gentle that came out, and I was just feeling every second of it. And I'm like, oh, this is that moment. This is that moment where we really get to see him love Mei. And it's like, oh, I am here. I am here for this. Thank you. Thank God. I've been waiting for this the whole time, because I know he's had a little crush on her the whole time. But, Damon nailed that. So A+ to you, sir. But I find this very interesting. Like, he had this role, and then we go into the spring season where he had Kono Ototomore to follow this. With Chika, who is the opposite of Shunsou in almost every single way. But while I do like the moments when, I think I've said this before actually, while I do like the moments where Damon is a goddamn wizard, and magically blows us away with his talent, I really also, I think I've grown to appreciate and love his natural tone as well. And with moments like this, because he really puts his all into these performances and these roles that he's given. I see like full-fledged commitment in there, all the time. And this is one of those shows that you can see that, and I can appreciate that a lot. So Shunsou may be a vanilla boy. He may be vanilla, but we all know Steph loves her vanilla. So Damon Mills, A++ for me. I loved every second of it. I'm done. Let me get off my soapbox. But you're gonna need to keep your ponchos.
Fuck off.
We all know this was coming.
I'm going Mori last, then. Shit. I don't like this. I don't like being put on the spot, damn it. It's so much easier to be horny when the boys are around.
But it's so much fun when the girls do it too.
I'm so much, I find it really funny that I'm more comfortable talking about, yeah, I'm gonna bang that anime boy, I'm gonna bang that anime chick in front of the guys. When it's you guys, I'm like, I wanna do it.
Megan, here's the funniest thing. I think that's the most passionate I've ever been about loving one of the characters in a show. Loving my best boy.
Yeah, that was like a fucking love proposal to Shunsou.
I would date him, alright?
You're not allowed to have my Nendroid, he's mine.
I know. I have to get my own. I do.
I hope you can find another one of him, because he's kind of hard to find.
I hope so, too.
I'll find him.
Oh boy, Damon Mills is Shunsou. I also remember reading a lot of his tweets, along with the actress that plays Mei, and I remember he cried recording this show.
He loves Shunsou.
So much. And I love his performance as Shunsou. I put Honobami here because that's the character it reminds me the most of.
Oh yeah?
It's very similar to his Honobami voice, but a little bit older because Shunsou is older than Honobami is. Or at least, Honobami is technically an ageless sword that has the body of a 12-year-old. That's a story for a different day. We've done that episode. That was episode 69.
Nice.
But no, I really liked Mission, so I think he got some of the sassiness off. God, one of my favorite deliveries is, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and this one tells me you're bad at art. Also, drunk Shunsou voice. Holy shit.
That isn't more booze.
Look, everybody, it's Mr. Eel. The fucking line that killed me. But I do agree also that the stuff with the cat went on for a long time. I was very surprised that was the second to last boy arc.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I would have thought it would have been
when is it Shunsou's turn? When's it Shunsou time? Mori got an arc. Mori got 3 arcs.
I'm surprised. You would have thought Mori would have been last, actually, if that was Endgame.
Yeah, I was surprised that Mori got his thing before Shunsou did. And I was like, but also being that moment where he sees Mori and he ends up telling her, and it's like, oh my god, is he just gonna let her run around town? Holy shit. But no, Damon nailed every aspect of this. I can't add on any more than what you've said, so.
Going back to the splash zone.
I don't want to do this. It's weird.
Do it.
This is like my.
Do it. Do it.
My dad. I can't do it.
Megan.
It's like talking about my dad.
Daddy.
No. like
We're
that.
gonna preface,
No!
we're prefacing this by saying Megan loves Ogai Mori in this show. Loves the character of Ogai Mori in this show.
Mori. Not Chris himself. Chris is married. Chris has children. That's just weird. Whenever we talk, like, just as a preference, whenever we talk about we're in love with the character, we mean the actual character, not the person playing them. That's weird.
Sorry, boys.
Like we like you as people.
Yes, we like you.
As
We like you and love you as people.
People.
Like,
not in a weird sense.
We like
I know that there are people who probably think otherwise.
Yes.
No, let's just stop that out right here.
Yeah.
None of us feel romantically towards any voice actor on this show.
No.
That is super fucking weird and really not professional. And that's just really dumb.
It's super fun to play it up for comedic effect.
it is. It's a lot of fun to play it up for comedic effect. It really is. But like,
Okay, look. Ogai Mori is like... Fuck, how do I describe this without embarrassing myself, even though my boyfriend 100% understands this?
well, you already had mentioned that he would take that Ogai Mori is great because he would take care of you and act treat you like a princess.
Sometimes I don't act like it. Because if anybody knows me, I'm really, really tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am not very feminine. I am the least feminine of all the girls. Sometimes I want to be a Disney princess, though.
Everybody sometimes
And
wants to be a Disney princess, yeah.
Goddamn Ogai Mori would be my goddamn Disney prince. Like, he feeds her. he buys her nice things. He lets her live in a mansion. He's just hot. He's attractive. He's powerful and rich. He could pay off my student loan debt.
Shit, you're right. Fuck.
Like, he also fulfills the doctor fetish. Because he is a surgeon.
True. He is an army surgeon.
And Chris's voice is just chef's kiss. Like,
yes. The cherry on top.
just mwah. Like, holy shit, Chris Wickham is the only person I could ever hear be the English voice of Ogai Mori. He is, like, by far the best male performance in this show. He was the safest choice, but he is the bestest choice. Because he does Ogai's suave, he does Ogai's charming, he does Ogai's drama. Like, that episode where he's under the tree and he's got the cigarette in his mouth and he's talking about how he can't write. I was just like, I am there. And when they're confessing to each other, and I'm just like, what? Why am I not May right now?
I can see it.
Yep.
I was like, ghost, And then when they kissed, and I got fucking sad, because he knew that, when he's like, you're gonna leave me, and he's getting all depressed because he's seeing her look at the fucking moon. Fuck the moon. Play the Song of Time. Go back in time. Take the moon, take that evil moon that smiles down on you and punch it in the face.
Yeet it into the sun.
Yeet the moon. Just yeet it. Yeet that negative moon out of your life.
God damn it.
Just, I loved Chris as Mori, and if it wasn't for other shows being out last year, he would have gotten some W's, but just...
Chef's kiss.
Chris, you did a great job. Fuck, I am really trying not to embarrass myself.
Look, I
He
went
knows
on a
me.
10-minute passion rant about Shunsou.
I can't do it! I can't do it!
This is the most passionate, this is my best boy I'd ever been on a fucking episode, alright?
And we've joked about you wanting to name your child Ray Chrome Shadow Legends. By the way, everybody, I'd like you to know that Steph's sex life is sponsored by Ray's Shadow
God
Legends.
damn it.
And audible.com.
Oh, fuck.
Because I'm pretty sure when Andrew's down there, Steph's pretty audible.
Wah, wah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm ready to move on before I dig myself a hole even deeper, because this is on the internet and I'm going to be teased about this forever until I die.
Look, you're already gonna make people tease me about my sex life, so great, thank you.
I mean, you do it yourself.
You're the
so-
one who said the comments, though.
I may have said those comments, but let's talk about our lead character, Mei Ayazuki.
God damn it.
I pulled an Andrew. Mei Ayazuki is our main character. She is an Otome protagonist with an actual personality.
No way.
God.
Holy shit! No, Mei is legitimately my favorite Otome protagonist of all time. She is about the equivalence, like, okay, if, oh god, who did we say was who? Gigi, are you Cardia or Yui?
Who do I like more? Or...
Who would you say, what Otome protagonist would you say that you are in personality?
Oh, in personality?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. None of them, really.
Okay, if I was ever an anime, if there was ever an anime Otome protagonist, I would be Mei. I like to eat, I like to yell, and I like to be cute. I sadly don't talk to ghosts, or do I? Oh, that's really funny. I'm looking up who plays
Mei in the Japanese.
Mei in the Japanese. And it's really funny is that she's Clara from Princess Jellyfish.
Yes!
Aww.
Even funnier is that she's Kyoka Izumi in Bunko Stray Dogs.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's fucking hilarious. So, playing Mei is Madeline Morris. Madeline Morris, you'll know as characters such as Hibiki Sakura and How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, Sophie Gainsborough in Double Decker Dug and Kuro, and Haruka Oyama in Mix Meisei Story. This is the role that literally divided Dub Talk's dubbies by gender.
It made me so mad.
Oh, mad.
Made me so mad. Legit, when we were coming up with the nominees for the Viewers' Choice Awards for last year, Madeline was getting votes for 2 different roles, so she would have ended up on there either way. But the boys went with dumbbells while the girls were Meiji, Tokyo, Renka, and I was so mad.
We also denied all of our... okay, Gigi didn't have to deny her boy, but Steph and I had to deny our boyfriends.
Yep, we had to deny our boyfriends the cuddles. The cuddles
Not
and
me.
the hugs.
Mine don't do shit.
He's just the plus one.
Yes.
He's the plus one, but he's the fun plus one.
Mm-hmm. Fua fua.
Yeah. But gender split aside, Madeline is Mei. First of all, Mei Ayazuki is probably one of the few Otome game protagonists with a goddamn personality, and I fucking love every second of it. Because, like, here's the thing, the amnesia trope has been played so many times. The amnesia trope usually makes the character just so, like, doe-eyed and deadpan and stale. Not here. And thank God. Thank God. Because I don't want to talk about the heroine from Amnesia. I would rather talk about Mei from Meiji Tokyo Renka. Thank you very much. As for Madeline Morris. What to say? Madeline gives it so much spunk and so much personality. And it's just like so much fun. To be slightly fair, if there was a small criticism, I think though it leans more on the show's fault, not Madeline's performance. Because one of the major points of the show is for her to find herself again. And if in the beginning Mei is relatively quiet and standoffish and doesn't like really talk to people, but she really very quickly flips into the like bubbly personality when she gets yeeted into the past. But I think that's more because of the amnesia effect, but I think the transition from the quiet to the bubbly was a little too fast, so I think that's more on the show's fault, rather than Madeline. But, Madeline is so adorable. She's so precious. She would be my best. Oh my god, if Megan is Mei, I'm the best friend. This is my best friend, Mei.
Aww.
Like, she's so lively and bubbly and has such a fun personality to her, and she doesn't take shit from anyone. She's like, oh, you don't want to be an artist anymore, Shunsou? Well, fuck that noise. You need to keep doing it. Oh, guy. You're gonna stop writing? No, you continue writing so I can read your fucking story. Like, she's very encouraging. And it's so wonderful, and it's very precious, and so adorable and cute. This, with one of the few times where we have a protagonist in an Otome anime adaptation that has personality, Madeline gives so much personality to, so much spunk and personality to the role. It's so much fun. And the electricity rap was very cute. It was very cute and adorable, and I loved every second of it. I realized I had a goddamn note about Aaron Duesmuth I never said, and it makes me very sad.
What?
That I kind of want to hear Aaron Duesmuth sing a bit more.
Ah!
Because he had a little moment where he was kind of singing, and I'm like, my heart. Kyoka, Aaron can sing. Oh, I want to hear more now. Dang it. Put him in an idol anime. Let's go.
Come on, you know they don't dub those.
Shut up.
Never, ever.
No.
Ever.
No,
Not during simulcast, ever.
Never.
Not at all. Anyway, Aaron Duesmuth needing to sing more aside. Madeline is very cute and precious and brings so much life and personality to Mei that just makes her a character that you really want to root for in the end. So I loved every second of it.
Woo! All right, I'm going to keep mine short and sweet because she won my W for this. So everything that I could have already said, I said in the W Award. So you should go back and listen to that episode.
Hey!
Or just fast forward to the part where I talk about Madeline Morris in Meiji Tokyo Renka. I really thought her performance was quirky. It was unexpected, actually, because, like everybody has said, most Otome Pro tags have the personality of a wet paper bag. And this one didn't. And actually, when I was looking through stuff about the game, they said that she doesn't really have a personality in the game, except she likes meat a lot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So to turn like a wooden pro tag into this, and yes, the writing would have something to do with this, but I just think the performance is great. I didn't expect that voice to come out of her mouth because I'm so used to now the Jill Harrises. Or I'm so used to, who's the other girl that does it all the time? The cutesy voice, the Bryn Aprils, which both are great. Don't get me wrong. Jill Harris plays fucking Cardia, and that's amazing. We've talked about that already.
Or if you're watching a Sentai dub, Maddie Flucknoy is who does it over there.
Yes.
Maggie, not Maddie.
Yes. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. She does a lot of Otome Pro tags.
Yep.
I'm so used to those. I wasn't used to like the quirkiness that this performance brought. I thought she had a lot of fun tones, and she makes Mei sound really kind of musical, which is why I bought the electricity rap. And I was like, okay, like all the up and down that Mei does, and oh my god, I'm gonna name that cat pork loin. Like she just believes it, like all these weirdo things. And I was like, yeah, I feel that in you. It's good to have an Otome Pro tag and a voice for one, because Cardia, remember at the beginning, was kind of doll-like and robotic because, well, we're not spoiling Code Realize here, but it was just nice to kind of have that in anime. It was very unexpected, and that's what made me like it a lot and give her an award. You guys keep talking. I will be right back.
Okay, cool. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, I'll go. So I also had Madeline Morris as my best female performance in a comedy this year for the W. Like, she is fantastic in the show. She brings the show to life for me. If Chris Wakehamp is the best guy performance in the show, Madeline Morris is just the best performance in the show. She has a lot of little cute moments where she has to make, like, snap noises, where she has to have, like, both this dramatic part and then it's all like, oh, me kind of cutesy voice. Like, her range for just Mei as a character kind of goes all over the place, from comedic to dramatic to heartfelt. And it is like you guys said, most Otome protagonists don't have personalities. Like, I don't want to dunk on another show, so I won't. I don't want to be mean to another show. But okay, I'll be mean to another show that's not Funimation. So it's why I like her as this over Maggie as UA, and definitely Maggie as heroine. Like, and that's not the fault of Maggie, because I've come to learn that I like Maggie Flucknoy in other shows where she's actually allowed to act.
Yep.
Kids on the Slope. She's literally one of the best parts of Kids on the Slope's awful dub. Let's go with that. But the way that Madeline plays May is that she sounds like a teenage girl thrown into this situation. It's over the top. It's silly. She's literally chasing around ghosts. She's literally interacting with hot historical guys and learning how to be a woman, and she's getting smacked around, and she's gotta sing, to which, God, I love Madeline's like, this is my legacy now, I guess. About the poor rap, which is really well done and funny as shit. It is jank in the best way possible. It's not, I say that because, again, Sarzomnai came out last year, and the music on that is really well done, and that is the new level of, like, that was really well done, and I need to actually sit and watch it, but Actor Song Connection did dub all of its songs, and I've heard the one from the first episode, and it's really good, too.
It good, fam.
That's another Girls' Night episode that's coming.
Yep.
Eventually, I promise, Marissa.
We love you, Marissa Lenti.
We love you, Marissa. But no, there's a reason that all the girls backed the Madeline train last year for this performance. I'm not saying her Hibiki Sakura performance isn't really good too.
So
but,
to be fair, all of Dub Talk backed Madeline Morris in general
last year. Like, Madeline Morris had an outstanding year last year between this and Dumbbells and also Mix, because we haven't talked about that, and I really fucking liked her in Mix.
She's really fun in Mix, too, yeah. I need to finish that.
She's really good in Mix. She's also really good in Nichijou. But yeah, no, I loved it. She's the best performance in the show, and I am so happy that she got to play the actual Otome protagonist with the personality. So, and it really, and especially in combination with Kristen's writing, really knocked it out of the park. So, final thoughts.
If you haven't watched Meiji Tokyo Renka, don't sleep on it. Please. Please don't. It's a fun show. It's a really fun show. It's one of the few Otome anime adaptations has so much fun and charm and personality to it. And again, like we've said 5 million fucking times, it has a protagonist that isn't a fucking wet paper towel personality. That's the best part of it. But in terms of the dub itself, oh man, it is solid. It is so much fun. Does it take an episode or two to kind of get into it with some because of some growing pains? Yes, it does. However, once you get past those little growing pains, it turns into such a fun, such charming, full of energy and life, and you can tell that they put a lot of passion and care into this dub too. I think what I've come to learn about Tabitha Ray directed shows, she puts in a lot of energy and personality to it, but she also has a lot of passion involved too. Like, she understands the material, she puts all of that energy and that drive into those shows to make sure that they come out as such fun little pieces of work, with probably the apex of her work right now, of course, being Sarzomnai. But I really hope she gets to do some more fun directing projects. 3, 2, 1, let's go. But solid casting, solid directing, fun writing. Overall, it's just such a fun show. From a female perspective, for a female demographic, you're going to love this show, especially if you've seen the amount of trash Otome game anime adaptations that we have seen on this show. Like, you will love this one for sure. And the dub itself is so solid. It's phenomenal. Loved every second of it.
Well, on that note, I will say this is not my favorite Otome adaptation I've ever watched.
You also love your trash, so.
I do, and that's where we differ, because I like mine a little more adult, with a little more trash mixed in, which is maybe why I didn't like this. I also hate period dramas. So, like, when I realized that this was not an isekai, but they're legitimately going back in time, I was like, oh, shit.
You're like, damn it.
I know, I was just like, fuck, I don't want to learn things. I want trash. When I first watched this, in the sub, I pegged it my favorite of the season. I don't remember what else was in that season now, but I'm still going to stand by it was my favorite of that season. I watched the dub. The show itself took me a while to get into. I couldn't, like, episode 2, 3, 4. I couldn't. Like, I was just, the first episode was great. Episode 2, 3, 4, I was like not feeling it. And finally when it got to 6 was where I had the flip, where I started to really enjoy it. But that being said, the dub is really fantastic, and we still don't get all of these dubbed, fam. But a lot of anime like this are relegated to sub only, and most of them are relegated to Crunchyroll or Sentai or a lost Funimation release that will never get a dub. I'm looking at you, Starmue, where season 2 and 3. But in a show like this, you have to support it. So as much as I may not have liked the first half, when it goes on sale, I'm sure going to buy it. I sure did stream it a lot. In fact, I probably streamed this more than any show I've streamed for this podcast in the past however many months. Mostly because I kept falling asleep through the first 3 episodes, but that's beside the point. And I kept rewatching them. But shows like these, for the demographic that we are, that's very small, if we want them to continue dubbing and licensing them, we need to keep watching it. This is a very good dub for a show that I don't personally care for in my top 5 Otome idol bishi shows.
But that's mostly because of your own preference, really.
That's my own personal preference.
Yeah.
You know, the dub is great. For a show that a good portion of the population of the anime community doesn't give a fuck about, this dub was really good. Which makes me happy because they've put care and they've put some money and they've put talent into it. And that's really what anime like this needs right now. So no matter like how I feel about the show personally, like, it's still a great dub, and I still think that you should watch it. Just make sure you're watching the uncut version, because there's an episode in there where Charlie is not played by Ian Sinclair, and I was...
Because he was sick.
And I was like, this is not my man.
It was Justin Briner, by the way.
No wonder it sounded nothing like my husbando. I was like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here, Charlie.
Who is this imposter? Get out of my
house.
I will say, though, actually, last year I noticed Funimation actually getting a lot better about this, because not only did they dub this, they did Ensemble Stars, they did Stand My Hero. They have that, and they did A3 last season before A3 got the reason that got delayed was not their fault.
I'm still shocked about Ensemble Stars. Stars.
That was still like a legitimate like what the fuck. And I remember Steph wasn't there at the Funimation panel when they talked about it continuing. I was the only person in the room who was excited about it.
Man, fuck everybody else. I love Ensemble Stars.
I was like, yeah, boy. But no, like they did Stand My Heroes. They did and there's actually a really great video that Funimation did on their booth stories, and it was women in the booth.
Oh, good.
And they had a lot of their female directors or people who identify female. And I remember Michelle Rojas talking about Otome anime and how more of them needed to be dubbed and how it was great to work on them.
Girl, welcome to the club. You want some box wine? We got that
Thank
shit.
you, Michelle. You're a goddess.
But like they also grabbed like, I remember A3 being, like, one of the first things they grabbed last year as of winter 2020. They grabbed Bungo to Alchemist this season. They're gonna be doing another show that looks a bit more female leaning because the entire cast is women, that they got from Aniplex, called Millionaire Detective Unlimited.
Good. I'm glad to see that it's turning since the last time we had this rant, which was on the Royal Tutor episode.
Which has been a couple of years, and it's getting better because, like, they are picking up these things, and they are doing it. They are, like, OnStar's got, like, I mentioned, I'm trying to think of other stuff that they've picked up. Like, Galactic Heroes is not shoujo trash, but that is a series that has a huge female fan base.
Wow.
Like, Galactic Heroes has a ginormous women and gays fan base. And it even more so, I like that these, quote-unquote, like, Otome shows or shoujo trash shows are almost always directed by women, too. thinking about Ensemble Stars is directed by a woman. Touken Ranbu is directed by a woman. This was directed by a woman. Try to think. A3 is being directed by a woman because that's Tia.
Actor song connection, you can say.
Yep.
Yeah, actor song connection. That got fucking dubbed.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
that got fucking dubbed out of nowhere. Thanks. Sorry, Marissa would have been just. Sorry, Marissa. But no, like I do say that out of the three companies, like Funimation's actually really stepped it up in their game.
Absolutely, they have.
Because Sentai got a couple of those shows. Like I think they got Yume 100, they got Thousand Musketeers, and they didn't do it.
They're not even released on disc yet.
Yeah,
and Udapri the movie still waiting. Sentai.
Yeah, that one I can understand, but like that's gonna be a sub only release.
Well, yeah, of course. If okay, so I am now in the camp that if Udapri ever gets a dub, all the fans would fucking riot. So I don't even want one anymore. I'm just like I've relegated to it never getting dubbed.
I think I know why, and it's a little show we'll talk about in another episode, but no, I really love this. This is probably one of my favorite dubs from last year. It just unfortunately came out in a year that had a lot of other stronger drama dubs. Sorry. But this is one of my favorite Otome shows now. Like, I absolutely fucking love this show. Like, Mei is one of my favorite characters. This is the type of show that Megan likes. I absolutely had a great time with it. I thought the dub was great. I thought Madeline, Chris, Damon, Howard, Chad, Aaron, the Aarons, Aaron Squared, one sneaked Garrett, and just suddenly we sneaked a Garrett into your diet. But the thing I really wanted to say was, I remember when this got picked up for dub that some people were super adamantly against it. And they were like, ugh, why are you getting this girly shit? No one wants to watch these girly power fantasies. And I'm just thinking, and rightfully, a lot of the Otome community came out with knives against this person.
As they should.
But it does really feed into something that I feel like kind of strongly about, which is so many times I've interacted with other people who want to deny even, I know Gigi doesn't particularly like the show, is even people who will diss on Fruits Basket, which I've noticed, like, as a show, transcends male, female, non-binary, genderqueer, like, it defies demographics as a show.
Oh, absolutely it does.
Like, that show, regardless of where you come from, it's a hard shoujo show. Like, it is one of the formative blocks to a lot of younger, or at least people my age, anime fan-wise. And I've interacted with people, it's like, ew, I don't want to watch that show, it's for girls. And I just want to say this, I'm a girl. Do you know how many shows I've watched that are made for guys and enjoyed them?
Also,
like, do you understand how
many... Fruits Basket does make men cry.
Yeah, Hardy is like the biggest, straightest dude I know.
And he fucking cried. Andrew cried.
Balls.
Andrew and I cried together watching a couple episodes one time.
Yeah, like...
I think Jet was emotional. I think I remember hearing that Jet was emotional.
The straightest men I know get emotional to that show. And along to that point, Hardy likes this.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go Hardy.
He does.
And, yeah, Hardy likes this. My friend Gott really likes this, and he's a guy.
Jamal just watched it too, actually.
Jamal likes it. Jamal loves it. Mm-hmm. Like, dudes can like this stuff.
It's
like there's
fucking
there's
okay.
No there's no shame in, like, if you identify male and you like this type of stuff, like, why don't hide it. Like, tons of us who identify female like stuff that is quote unquote for boys.
Yeah.
Like, I like My Hero. I see a lot of myself in Bakugo, who doesn't have a pair of boobs or a vagina. Like,
I really love Dr. Stone. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she literally wants to be Chrome.
I want to be Chrome. Chrome is my son.
But, like, I hate this idea that, like, it's bad that shows like this get licensed and dubbed. When I'm like, do you know how many dime a dozen isekai that have slavery narratives in them that we have to watch goes through, or that gets picked up and gets dubbed that we go through? Like, do you think that, like, we as girls want to watch a show where a guy just gets to buy women?
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, like, equal opportunity shit here. Mm-hmm. If we have to sit through your garbage shows, you can sit through our garbage shows getting dubbed.
Or you can sit through the wonderful shows that we so love that's for a female demographic and fall in love with them too.
Or you can just shut your mouth and let us do what we want.
Fuck yeah!
Or shut up and let girls enjoy things.
Woohoo!
Yes. Anime is not a man's world, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, B, there's a good chance that a woman created your favorite shonen show, you asshats. Full Metal Alchemist called. Blue Exorcist called.
Ooh, recent example, Beastars.
Beastars called.
So, yeah.
I love you,
shut
Paru.
up.
I love you, Paru. Never change, chicken head lady.
Yes.
That's for another episode. Anyway, if you'd like to follow Dub Talk Podcast, follow us at...
This has been my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now watch me shill on the carpet like a naughty, dirty girl.
Oh, you should probably first say where people can find Meiji Tokyo Renka.
That's true too. I should say that. If you'd like to prove that you have a pair of testes, physical or metaphorical, I don't judge.
Oh god.
All men. If you say you're a man, you're a man. If you would like to watch Meiji Tokyo Renka, you can check out it on both Crunchyroll and Funimation. Funimation, I believe, has both the sub and dub, or at least the dub, and Crunchyroll might have the sub. You can also pick up it is Blu-ray digital only. There is no DVD for Meiji Tokyo Renka. It is a Blu-ray only release. Mm-hmm. You can pick that up from the Funimation shop. And again, you can legally stream it. That being said, if you'd like to follow Dub Talk Podcast, you can follow us at Dub Talk Podcast. Just don't look at any of the messages from April 1st. I think someone hacked our account. They had dynamite in the brain.
I haven't been able to get access back for the account. I don't know why, but this whoever's doing this Chargeman KENN Stan account, like, what the fuck?
Who's Chargeman KENN?
They have dynamite. I don't know, but they have dynamite in the brain. You can watch Chargeman KENN on Retro Crunch and Crunchyroll.
Retro Crush, first of all.
Retro Crush. Shit.
Retro New streaming app, boys and girls.
New streaming app.
We got
and
Retro.
It's free. But if you'd like to follow us, we're at Dub Talk Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, wait, no. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Tumblr is dead. And then, if you would like to support us as a one-time donation, you can donate to our Ko-fi, which is in the bottom thing below. If you would like to donate to us on a more regular basis and support us, you can do that at Patreon, where we have a $5 tier, which has Michelle Travis, Miraculous Corazon, Nico Robin, but with Yowie hands, and our $10 tier, Crimson Echidna, Carly Lusticow, Jacob Wilson, J2, aka Jerry, Julia W, Marissa Lindsay, and we be. Ladies, be dirty, dirty girls and shill yourself all over the carpet.
It's fun being a dirty, dirty girl. Anyway, my name is Stephanie. You can find me on Twitter at Lilac Anime Review, with review being spelled REVUE, where I just post about random things sometimes. Probably tomorrow, once April Fool's is done and I'm stopped being gritty for the day, I will probably tweet more about Animal Crossing, because I fucking love and hate my friends.
We bought her a Switch Lite.
They bought me a Switch in Animal Crossing. And I've been playing it today too. I just got it today. It was not an April Fool's joke. It's legit. I also have a blog, lifeandtimesotaku.wordpress.com, which I need to update very desperately, and I haven't had the opportunity. Hey, maybe since I'm working from home, I should do that sometime.
Hashtag stay at home otaku.
Yeah, hashtag stay at home, hashtag social distancing, hashtag wash your fucking hands, you heathens. I'm done.
Alrighty. What up, fam? My name is Gigi. You can follow me on YouTube and Twitter at Animepalooza, where I post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays about whatever I seem to buy off Japan websites, and then Udapri Shining Live, because that's where my life works. I also have two other podcasts, the Shoujo Trash Showdown and the Anime R&R podcast, where we talk about stuff like this. In fact, we have talked about stuff like this. So you can come follow us, check us out, have a good time. We're going to party, and I think I've watched more anime in the past 3 weeks than I have like all of last year.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think we brought this up in Domestic Girlfriend. Before Domestic Girlfriend, the last time Gigi was on the Dub Talk episode was Saren Zanmai.
Jesus Christ. Now we've had you on 2 episodes.
3 come Saturday.
Jesus, Gigi, you're just filling up your calendar and your slate here. God.
You know, I have no
dance
boyfriend.
card.
He's in Texas quarantine, so I got nothing else to do.
Anyway. Think that leaves you, hostess with the mostess.
That's me. My name is Megan. You can follow me at QueenEra2, where I shitpost on a daily basis and talk about how much I love my cat and my boyfriend. That's about all I do. So with that being said, guys, it's time to hide the box wine and the bodies.
Oh, do we have to let the boys out of the cage now?
Well,
yes, I think Andrew has started to eat his own shoes.
Andrew,
I accidentally left a copy of Charlotte down there.
Andrew, that's not the rubber that you have to use right now.
Oh, snap.
Yep. Guess Stephanie's not into some Boston cream
Somebody
pies.
thirsty.
Oh, boy.
I just feel bad. I kind of left a copy of Charlotte down there.
Well, that would explain why he's eating his shoes. Now he's lost his damn mind.
Roots is a rock, apparently. He's not reacting, but he seems okay.
Itchy's just laughing maniacally in the corner for some reason now.
So do you want to let them out, or do you guys just want a social distance drink over Skype?
I'm good with the social distancing drinking over.
Yeah,
Skype.
let's option A.
Cause like, why should we put the box wine?
Steph is like, let's keep the box wine. Gigi's like, let him out.
No, I meant the other way. Was that option B?
That's option B.
I had too much wine.
Well, we're gonna
have some more
drinking.
We're gonna keep drinking. The boys can stay there. It's fine.
It's fine. It's not like I have a copy of Boku no Pico queued up for them.
We'll let them out when it's time to watch Ensemble Stars.
Only Noah though.
He's not even
Noah's
in
not
this
even down there
cage.
right there. He's in a separate
that you
cage.
know of.
He's in a separate cage.
Oh, he's in a separate cage with lots of trains commercial looping on it. Clickety clack, here they come down the track.
God damn it.
It's lots and lots of boys.
We need more wine. Let's go. Come on, girls. We
Good
gotta
night,
go drinking now.
everybody.
Love your faces.
Thank you and good night, Otakuan, my friends.
And remember, kids, don't get what's in the box. It's a time machine.
God damn
And remember, if you're gonna go at 88 miles an hour with him, make sure you're wearing the proper protective gear.
PPE. PPE.
PPE. Good night.
I'm dead.
You made it! I knew you would. And guess who made it back with you in tiny plastic form? I better find him before security does, and thanks for everything.